And I think we are live. What is up, people? The internet, it is me, Real American, back with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful April 5th, 2026. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. Looks like it's just me tonight. There might be others that join a little bit, but right now, it is just me. And we have a pretty fascinating primary stream tonight. We have the state of Indiana with the state legislative races and a couple in Ohio, but really, the main focus is the great state of Indiana, as there are several state senators that might be going down tonight. This is a big deal because these morons are the reason that Indiana did not redraw, not just 9-0, but they refuse to draw even an 8-1 map. It is insane why they would not do it. It's crazy. But either way, this is a major primary night for the state of Indiana. We have a lot to talk about. May 5th, excuse me. Good Lord. Yeah, May 5th today. So, yeah, a lot to get into tonight. But before we get into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. All great ways to support the daily content. And if you have any questions or concerns or want to support the channel even further, best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I will read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. So again, send super chats, all that good stuff. Got a couple of read through. K-Cup for 2. Late Mike Pence politics. Principled as always. That's real. American Nerd for 2. Hey Rap, didn't even know there was a primary today. I kind of forgot about it too, but yeah. There actually is a pretty significant primary in Indiana tonight. And a little bit of Ohio, but really the main focus is Indiana. There are a couple of House races in Ohio at I think 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Polls close in Ohio, but in about 5 minutes, polls mostly will be closed in Indiana. We'll see how long it goes. It should not be a long night, but we'll see. All right, Viper for 5. Hey, Rap, did you hear that Alberta gathered over 300,000 signed petitions for the independence referendum? I did hear about that. Yeah, so I got to ask people that know more about that. Apparently, there is a chance that Alberta gets out of Canada, which, again, maybe they don't want to become a state, but hey, I would not be against them becoming a territory. Or something like that, where, hey, you can be a territory of the United States, just some kind of arrangement. I would not be against that one bit. Yeah, the map would look horrific, but guys, Alberta has a lot of oil. And I think Alberta would be a good territory if they don't want to be a state. And I understand why they wouldn't want to be, but still, I think they probably should become a territory or a state, whatever they want to do. So, yeah, I did hear about that. All right, so tonight we got the Indiana primary. Let me pull up the New York Times right here. And thankfully, they actually list the primaries that are important right here. These are the 7 ones they're tracking. I believe, and again, if I'm wrong here, correct me. I believe there's a couple other ones that they are not including here. These are just the ones that Trump is officially intervening in. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But yeah. No state. Well, I think it would be fine for a state. It's like, I don't get why people think it'd be a Democrat state. I know they have those shitty polls that say, oh, Alberta would vote Democrat. By the time they become a state and they realize what Democrats really stand for, and guys, Alberta is not a liberal area. It is very conservative, especially for Canada standards. Would it be as conservative or Republican as, say, like Wyoming or Montana? Probably not, but I don't think so. We'll see. Territory will be cool. Yeah, I would not be against the territory of Alberta. I would not be against that one bit. I still think statehood is honestly better. It makes more sense, but I understand why they may not want to be part of America, especially after their experience with Canada. I get that, but I don't know. American Nerd for 2 will have Alberta, the Greenland, and the Canal. You know, I agree with that. Make it a reservation. Oh, gosh. K-Cup for 2. Polls Alberta will be safe. Democrat. Harris +3 in Iowa. Well, yeah. It is a little bit different. I get that Alberta, I don't think would be a safe Republican state, but I don't think it would be this Democrat stronghold that some people claim it would be. But I guess we'll see. French fry for 2. What are your predictions? For tonight, really, I can't really make any predictions for any state legislative race. I don't know enough about these races enough to predict it. But hopefully the incumbents go down because this is stupid. Like seriously, why do they not want to redraw? Because of principles and Mike Pence said so? That's ridiculous. That is absurd. So I don't know. It might be more ancestry Republican down ballot. Yeah, I think it would depend on who the Republican is. It would be kind of like Texas in a way, I think, where they may not be the biggest fans of Trump necessarily, but Republican down ballot. I could see something like that, kind of like Texas, but I don't know. Prince is writer for 5. Remember, unless it's a 7-0 sweep, it means Trump is losing the GOP and blue wave coming. That's true. It needs to be 7-0, even though it could still be 6-1 and say it's a good night. But yeah, I agree. You preferably want 7-0. I think there are 3 more that are getting primaried. I could be wrong about that. Again, I don't know enough about the races right now to really make that prediction, but we'll see tonight. We shall see. They got a territory for a few decades and now think be less Democrat. Well, yeah, I think initially it might be more Democrat, but then they'll realize, oh, Democrats are just the average Canadian politician. They're anti-energy. They're for the green garbage, like not just green energy, just they want to gut fossil fuels. I don't think Alberta will be a swing state. That's just my opinion. Maybe it will be within 10 points, but that's about it. I don't know. But yeah, I would not be like if Alberta wants to be a territory, go ahead. Basically the same thing, but they're not actually impacting elections. I would not be against that. So yeah. Trump endorsed 7 challengers to 8 incumbents. 2 incumbents are retiring, hence 10. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, there are a couple retiring. That's good, but we'll see. How many House seats will Alberta make up? Well, at that point, if we add another state, I do think they're gonna have to uncap the House because I don't think they can't keep up the 435 thing. I think it's stupid. I know we've had it for a while, but at some point you got to uncap the House. I don't know how many they would have in that scenario, but I think we're getting kind of ridiculous with the amount of people in each district. I think it's too much, but here's my opinion. We'll see. Speaking of energy, is there some Obama era policy Trump could get rid of? My dad and many others say diesel is always cheaper than gas until Obama saw the black smoke and slap regulations. Maybe there is. I don't know. Look into it. Maybe I'll look into also. You know what? There probably is some bullshit regulation at the EPA. We'll see. I'll look into it. American Note for 2. Alberta would be at least R plus 15, R plus 20. I think it depends on the Republican. I think it depends on who is running. We'll see. President Gilbert getting up for 20. Greenland, Alberta, Venezuela, Panama Canal, Cuba, all Central and South America, all under the Empire of the United States of America. Brazil, you free to do whatever. Yeah, that's that is real. Like basically, well, Brazil's getting a right-wing government. After what happened a couple days ago, yeah, they're done. You're gonna get Bolsonaro's son. So yeah, South and Central America suddenly after US aid got gutted and the millisecond Trump took office, magically all these leftist governments are falling apart. Gee, I wonder why. I wonder what happened. It's as if US aid was propping these people up. And interesting. I don't know. Alberta probably flip blue in a 2008 level environment. Oh, I agree. Yeah, in best case scenario for Dems, yeah, they could probably win Alberta. But I still think at the end of the day, it would be Republican. Simple logic for 5. Just voted in the Indiana primary an hour ago. Nothing much outside of the House. The gay Democrat running the 6 lives in my neighborhood. Dude is cringe. I don't know who you're talking about, but thanks for super chat. American Note for 2. Glad to see Manifest Destiny making a comeback. I mean, I guess it is a form Manifest Destiny, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, so polls close in 1 minute, and we should get results right away. Now, again, with Indiana, most of the state is the Eastern time zone. I think except for Gary. That's like the only part of the state that will not have the polls closed. And some parts up here. But yeah. If I'm not mistaken, we'll see. As a Brazilian, I say we are getting a full trifecta with Supreme Court impeachments too. That's good. The Supreme Court down there is absurd. Timothy Fincher 5. Why is Trump so reluctant to restart bombing? Shouldn't he want Iran over with ASAP before he visits China? I have no clue what's going on, honestly. And polls is closed, and wow, the uncontested race has been called. Wow. So yeah, polls just closed in Indiana. We should get results soon. But yeah, I don't know about the whole thing with Iran. I don't know what's going on there. I have no clue. That is definitely a very strange thing. Maybe there is much more happening that people are not talking about, that we don't know about. I do think they have a leadership crisis, and that's why maybe Trump isn't bombing them. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. But yeah, just the whole thing with Iran is bizarre. TC Brown's Nation for 2, Ramaswamy for governor of Ohio. Ramaswamy is certainly a choice. The fact that that's our choice, and our 2 top choices in Ohio are just shit. That is sad, but that's what you get for forcing Yost out, by the way. You could have had Yost in there. Even if he doesn't win, you could still have him in the race. Just okay, he gives people a choice. Instead, you get a schizophrenic and a garbage candidate. Great. So yeah, we're still waiting for some results. It is very early, so we should get some very soon, but we'll see, I guess. I don't want to lose midterms where I ran. Yeah, I'm confused. What's going on there? At this point, I thought they're going to bomb them by now, but again, I think there's much more happening than we know about. There's something very weird going on here. Something they're not telling us about Iran. I don't know. But at some point, you got to put an end to this. Whether it's a final bombing run, you just blow everything up and leave. Whether it's a peace deal, at some point, you got to get the oil prices down. You got to get them down now. You can't piss around and say, oh, well, we can wait a couple months. No, you start now. That fixes a lot of issues down the line. So, yeah, so we're waiting for results out of Indiana so far. Oh, we got results. Wow, the Democrat primary. Nobody cares. So these are the big ones we're watching for. The state legislative races. America Noted for 2. Wishing Trump didn't go after Iran until next year. Well, no, I get the why Trump did it. I think Trump's philosophy, and people may disagree with this, but here's what I think he actually thought, and still thinks, I think. He's been talking about this since the fucking 80s. I think Trump realizes this is realistically the last chance you get all this done with Iran and be done with it permanently. He wants to make sure when he's done in 2028, no matter what happens, Iran is dealt with. And this is basically the last opportunity you get before the campaign season really begins. And Republicans, they're not going to allow anything to happen. They don't want anything crazy to happen later this year. So this was kind of it. You have a couple months to get shit done. And we are getting results out of, hold on here. Okay, only 50 votes. I was about to say. All right, so, okay, oddly enough, whoa, hold on here. District 6. Okay, 500 votes. Huh. Not a lot of votes, but yeah, that's not a good showing for the incumbents here. And this is for the House. Good to know. Hit their power plants now. I don't think they're going to. I have a feeling they're not going to. We'll see, of course, but I don't think Trump wants to take the extra step for that. Stop the count. Yeah, that is not a good showing if that's real. How close do you think Jim Barrett's race will be? Where's Jim Barrett again? District 4, I don't know. There are some pretty bad Republicans here. Hopefully they lose. Just a couple of them. And hold on, we actually have a guest. And yep, we finally got Ye. He just joined. Hello, Ye. We're streaming. We're live. Yeah, welcome.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. Wow. So
hello. Hey, so congratulations. I'm off for the semester now. So if you don't start doing morning streams, I'm gonna kill you, dog. Okay.
It's an election night tonight. What do you think was going to happen?
No. It's okay tonight because I don't have to work the next 3 days. However, if you start doing evening streams normally, when I normally
No, we're
have
not going
the
to.
morning on, the morning off, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, jeez.
Smiley
So,
face.
yeah, Indiana, we have some results, and funny enough, the incumbents are shitting the bed, at least for the House. But
Good. That's important.
well, no, for the U.S. House, not for the state legislator.
What the fuck are we doing here then?
I don't know. We're getting like no results so far. So,
Wow, it is Indiana.
yeah,
Nothing really happens there.
nothing ever happens.
That is
Okay.
truth nuke.
President Gilbert getting up for 10. I still remember back on those streams when everyone here was debating on who would be a good VP pick for Trump. I was pro Vivek. Now I can't believe the downfall of Vivek was bad. It needs to be studied. Well, turns out he can't keep his mouth shut about H-1Bs and religion. Dumb shit. Seriously, does he not know like you don't talk about religion when you're not? It just freaking.
When you're not a Christian.
Yeah.
So like, here's the thing, and I'm going to say this because this also applies to Democrats, if you believe it. This is a very Christian country. This is a country
No,
where
really?
where oh shit, I just fell. This is a country where even the Democrats, they want to elect Christians, and that's why there's only like 5 openly agnostic members of the U.S. House. All of them are Democrats, obviously. But like the rest of them, like Tim Walz talks about how much he's a Christian. Kamala Harris talked about it. A lot of people don't seem to understand if you're not a Christian, especially if you're like Hindu or Muslim, it's very difficult to win.
Rap, have you seen District 3 by chance?
Yeah. So, District 3. Yeah, we're looking at this.
Yeah,
it's
Stutzman supported the Dignity Act last year. So
well,
if-
it's very early. It's 50
I know
votes.
it's
Luke.
very early, but this shows that there's gonna be a close primary here. I mean, if the first results show it being like split almost evenly.
Well, I would say it's what's nowhere. Well, District 6, same thing. Shreve is only at 60%. So
Apparently Shreve didn't get that large a percent. Dude, is this going to be like Mississippi back in 22? Remember 22 Mississippi when you started streaming and then just the Republican incumbents?
Out of nowhere.
Cassidy. Remember when Cassidy was doing really
that was
well?
fucking wild.
I still support it. Was Cassidy, right? He was the good one and Guess was the bad one, or was Guess the good one?
Yeah, and then there was that other
Cassidy.
one too that ended up getting primaried out. You know, no one was expecting anything from Mississippi.
Because
you know?
people are just
Okay.
like people are just sick of some of these Republicans sucking. People are just
Okay,
sick
there
of
are
it.
what 7 Republicans being targeted by Trump in the Senate?
Yeah, 7 officially. There's a couple more that retired. So there's that.
Yeah, we'll be monitoring the situation on District 3. I'm
monitoring the situation.
I'm
Hell yeah.
covering this. I'm covering this as well on my channel. So
Oh gosh,
So,
American Nerd
don't
for
worry.
6.
Watch Rap. If you're watching Rap, don't
Yeah,
leave. We're not
yeah. Don't
competitors.
promote. Good lord. American
I'm
Nerd for
not promoting
6.
it. I'm saying stay on
Let me
Rap's
read
channel.
American
Oh,
Nerd for
yes.
6. I still
Everyone
wish.
go follow Ready Go Politics. Go watch his stream.
Shut up. I still wish we didn't have to deal with Iran this year, as any Democrat majority will stop at nothing to prevent Trump's agenda like in term 1. Well, yeah, it's Orange Man bad, but we'll
Okay,
see.
Spencer Deary is apparently a big name.
K Cup for
Please
2. Yay, is Iran a Hawk 2 away from collapsing?
Dude, Hawk Tua.
Hey.
Oh,
Fucking
Tyrone,
let's
hello.
go. Hello. Yeah, I'm on my alt account for the day. I got fucking like 24-hour timed out in another server for jokingly saying I'm a Nazi. I'm not.
Oh,
guys, don't
jeez,
want me.
Tyrone. Don't. Good lord.
I just said I'm not.
Jared the
yeah.
American for 2. Prayers for Rudy Giuliani. Yeah, he's not doing too good. He's probably good to die.
I have not seen anything. Is Indiana a runoff state, or is it just
No.
is it plurality?
I'm pretty sure it's plurality. Most of the states
Okay.
are in the
Well,
West.
the good thing is only only 2 of the 8 candidates have 2 opponents. The rest of them only have 1.
Yeah, I think it's
So-
not a runoff. It's just plurality. So
Okay, well that
that's
kind of
good.
sucks, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Ye has that possessive girlfriend energy of you. Better do it or I'll make you energy. Watch out for crazy girlfriend. Yay. What the fuck?
I'm gonna kill you, dog.
Stop. Okay. Good lord. Yoshi fan Nick for 2. Why am I getting adable going to India? I don't know. Why are you?
It's because we're going to Indiana. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Simple logic for 2. Everything happens at Indy. Yay. We have the 500. Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
shit! Can I just get head, please? I have 20 Wither Skulls. I need 1 more, and none of them are dropping it. I have looting 3.
You motherfucker. Oh
Will
gosh,
you calm down over there?
no.
Oh, are you playing Minecraft?
Yeah, dude.
The political
Yeah,
demon for
I just got out of the shower. My seasonal depression kicked my ass for like the past 2 weeks. I just lifted for the first time in a little bit, and fuck, I feel good.
okay.
Oh,
The
yeah.
political demon for 2, Stutzman and Barter will be the ones to watch. Yeah, those are the 2 shitty ones. Well, really shitty ones. So
I'll say the Indiana GOP delegation is not fantastic.
who's the best
just-
one?
In the House, I don't know.
It's almost like these states that have like safe Republican pluralities for the most part, or safe Republican majorities, are usually the most corrupt ones because they know that it's effectively a uniparty over there and they can get away with whatever the fuck they want, which is why you see some of the most red states in the country, like Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, being so vehemently against things like,
With
They're
all due
against
respect, the entire Idaho delegation should basically just be Steve King. But instead, we just have the worst people imaginable in these seats. It's like,
Oh,
what the fuck are we
gosh.
doing here, Doc?
Yeah, that's real. K Cup for 2. Yay the Yandere, Hawk Tua, get head. What? Oh, gosh.
I'm just here to cause problems.
Yeah, I can tell. Good lord. Okay, so we were waiting.
Fucking finally! Okay,
Okay.
I can go home now.
Are you playing single player or multiplayer?
Single player.
Oh, shit, I can boot my vanilla server up if you want to do some multiplayer.
Oh gosh.
Perhaps.
Just send me your world file. I'll put it on the server.
Okay. Anyways, back to the primary in Indiana, the main part of the stream.
No. Uh-oh.
Rowdy for 3. CIA to arm Iranians. The Pahlavi. How do you say his name? Pahlavi. The friggin' crown
Poitiers.
prince. Yeah. Regime takes over. That's probably what's gonna happen down the line, but they're not doing it. So.
Oh, wait, are we talking about the dude in Canada?
No, the freaking Iranian crown prince, the Persian dude.
Oh.
Wait, you want to arm the
Oh,
Iranians?
are you talking about Reza Pahlavi?
Yeah, yeah. Good
Yeah,
lord.
Pahlavi.
Yeah,
Shut
Pahlavi. How do you get Pahlavi from fucking Pahlavi? Come on, bro.
Okay, President Gilbert getting it for 5. Rap anxiety attack number 100,000. Raising his friends saying memeable and clippable moments. Yeah.
I'm just here to say words. That's all I'm here for.
Okay, so
So, should I play Helldivers or Crusader Kings?
Crusader Kings.
yeah, that's
We will play Crusader Kings. I am going to play Catholics in the Middle East.
okay. Good luck.
Oh no, I already have a save. I play with mods. I'm playing as the in our timeline deceased African romance culture. I have taken over like half of North Africa and recatholicized it.
Good. All right, so we're getting more results out of Indiana. None for the state senate yet, which is a freaking tragedy. Thirsty, where are the results at for the state senate?
Dude, TSPMO.
What?
TSPMO.
What does that even mean?
This shit pissed me off, dog.
Thank you. All right, so since we were waiting for results, what do you guys think is gonna happen in Indiana? Like, do you guys think that
If the House results are any indication, we'll see. Because the U.S. House results say that incumbents that are squishy aren't being rewarded, and a lot of people are voting against them. The state Senate, how much did Trump pour into that? There was one race. There's one race.
There's a bunch he poured.
Yeah, like Spencer Deary or something like that. They've put millions of dollars into this. This is a fucking state Senate primary with 135,000 people in the district. They spent millions trying to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, I know Turning Point put a lot of effort into it too. So I think it's a good sign for the challengers if the House reps, which really they didn't have the most like powerful like challengers.
Trump wasn't putting a lot of
Yeah.
effort into anybody.
If they're struggling, yeah, that might be a bad night for it might be a bad night for Dems in Indiana. Or not Dems, but well, these people are essentially
Dems in Indiana.
Democrats. But
Yeah, for the
Agreed.
libtards.
You're telling me the deep red state is going to be troublesome for the blue people?
well, I'm talking. Well, these are basically Democrats for primary now.
I fucking hate bluoids.
Gosh, I glitch even for 5. Crusader Kings because the out of context comments will go wild. That is true. That is absolutely true.
What?
I don't know. So we're waiting for results. Hold on. Apparently, somebody's saying there's a state senator who is down with 9% of the vote in. They were appointed to the Senate after Andy Zay resigned, District 17. Let's see here. Yeah, McKinley's down 57-32 with 8% in. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're waiting for results. This could take a while, everybody. So, sorry, it's gonna take a little bit because Indiana takes forever to count votes. Apparently, seriously, what? How is only 3% in? I know it's only been 15 minutes, but seriously, count the votes.
No, no, no.
You know, it's a serious thing. I know it's only been 5% in now, but guys, it's
I
been.
want to see Ohio. I want to see if Push even wins a county.
There's no fucking way he does.
There's no way he would. Like, maybe like somewhere like he's probably gonna do best. If I had to guess, either I don't really know, because it's either gonna be like the very, very red, like Western Ohio, or it's gonna be
a
along
Democrat
Appalachia.
County.
No, it's gonna be Appalachia.
No, it just randomly he does better in Democrat County because
He
Trump
wins.
bad.
He wins Mahoning.
Yeah. No, it's just one of those. It's like Cleveland because like a bunch of Democrats are voting Republican. They're like, oh yeah, we gotta stop Ramaswamy. We gotta stop the Trump guy, the far right Trump candidate. So we're gonna vote for this random guy.
We're gonna vote for this, like, I can't even say what he's called because Rap will have an aneurysm and kill me in real life.
Yeah. Let's see.
Everything I say is under duress.
Is Ohio also primary voting today? Yeah, the primary is gonna be in an hour and a half, which is it's always a weird time in Ohio.
6:30. Who the
Yeah,
fuck? Who closes polls at a half hour mark?
I hate that. It's just like
What are we doing
close
here?
at 7 or 6. Oh gosh.
Yeah, close it like 6 or 7, not 6:30.
6:15. Make it even more confusing. Go ahead. Okay.
What?
We get results. Ohio 9 or good lord, Indiana 19th. Fleischer, who is the challenger to an incumbent, is up 57-43 with 7% of the vote in. So far we got votes for one guy. He's in the lead
Okay.
right now. Good. Yeah, so we're getting results slowly out of Indiana. Yeah, that's one of the state senators. You got to lose. How many Republicans voted against redistricting?
It was 50-50. It was all Democrats, and half of the Republican delegation voted against it.
Yeah, so you got to get rid of like 5 of these idiots, I think. It's like 5 or 6.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
an easy ass order.
Like
Well-
6 or 7. Yeah.
Well, 2 of them
6 or
retired, I
7.
think, and there's 7 of them up for election that Trump challenged. So
Oh, 2 of them just gave up. They didn't.
I
even
think
try.
so, yeah. That's what some people were saying.
Did he target the Senate Majority Leader?
I don't think he's up this year. There are some that are up in 28. He's going after in 28.
Oh, that's
It's one of those states. One of those states that does that.
Oh, where they have staggered elections
Yep.
for their state senate.
I mean, a lot of states do staggered.
Most do. There's some that don't, but honestly, like if you're like this is kind of pet peeve like state senates. And this is my opinion. I don't get what's the point of a state senate if it's just by population, not by county. Seriously, what's the point of a state senate if you have an assembly?
Okay, well, no, the Texas State Senate does something very interesting. They do it in a. So here, bear with me here. This is how Texas elects their state senate. In election, senators serve 4-year terms with no term limit. Senators are divided into 2 groups based on part of the intervening census. In elections in years ending in 2, i.e. the year after the United States Census, all 31 seats are up for election. Once the Senate meets in session after said election, the senators will participate in a drawing to determine their election cycle. One half will have a 2-4-4 cycle, whereupon the seat would stand for election after 2 years, i.e. the year ending in 4, then again in 4 years, the year ending in 8, and then finally another 4 years, coinciding with all seats standing for election in the year 2. The other half will have a 4-2-2 cycle, whereupon the seat would stand for the election after 4 years, the year ending in 6, then again in 4 years, the year ending in 0, and then finally only 2 years, coinciding with all seats standing for election in the year 2. As such, every 2 years, almost half of the after 2 years. Oh my God, I can't speak.
Bro,
As
what
such,
the
every
fuck?
2 years, almost half of the Texas State Senate is up for election. That is how Texas State
That's
Senate does
wild.
it.
I actually never knew that.
It's Texas. Let's do
What
things
the
Texas
hell?
style.
No, absolutely. That makes no sense to me. Honestly, that makes no fucking sense. Again,
You make no fucking sense.
Yeah,
Thank
shut
you.
the fuck up.
yeah. Fuck you.
You
Wait, what?
fucking motherfucker, fucking fat Polish motherfucker. No,
Okay,
I'm kidding.
K Cup for 5. Just want to say if Trump says we are deporting NFL and NBA owners, good lord, we are deporting NFL and NBA owner Jimmy Haslam to Guantanamo Bay. Both Milwaukee and Cleveland become safer. That's true. Fuck that guy. That guy sucks. American Nerd for 2. Indiana Republicans shall pay the price for principles. Yeah.
District 41. This is Columbus, Indiana. The incumbent is winning 56-44 with 35% in.
It's over. Pack it up. Give up. Just give up.
It's over. It's time to tune out.
Yep.
Cutting off my penis as we speak.
Yeah,
Jeez.
fucking turn your camera on.
Oh
No.
gosh, no. President Gilbert getting it for fine. Don't worry, Yay. If Rap comes after you, we'll call ICE and have Rap deported back to Wisconsin or do that impersonation that's become a meme. Gosh.
We're sending you to Western Poland, man.
Oh,
I don't think you understand.
Correct the Drake for 2. Yay making a bunch of 6-7 jokes and getting ignored.
I was gonna say he figured it out. He figured out the method. If you just ignore me,
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it.
Okay, yeah, 22% in. A Walker is at 56%. Yeah, you're like you said. So
Walker is in a very safe Republican seat. That sucks.
yeah, it's only 22% in, so relax.
Only one candidate is in a swing seat, and it's a Trump +7 seat. I assume that is
It's a
around
6
the
or 7.
Indianapolis suburb. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, we're getting more results. Jeez.
Yeah, we're getting more fucking results.
Okay.
Lock the fuck in, Patriots.
All Patriots go.
All Patriots.
Oh,
Lock in. All
thank you
Patriots. Take your pants off.
Oh gosh, nice. Yeah, I hope Trump changed ICE to nice. I love it for the memes.
I would prefer that. I don't want to say that I worked with nice because I am not a nice person.
I work
I'm
for
a-
nice.
I work for
with
nice.
I work with nice.
Oh gosh.
I
No,
work with nice.
No, it would be funny though. Like, honestly, Trump should do it just to like piss people off. Because like that would force the media to call them nice all the time. And honestly, would they even call them nice? They're just saying like it's the Trump's Gestapo.
Yeah, Trump's Gestapo, the nice.
Yeah, the nice.
A nice agent.
The nice agent.
Getting deported by a nice agent.
Yeah, he's friendly. It's a friendly
So
agent.
Remember-
it's kind of like the Antifa thing. I mean, if Antifa can do whatever they want because they're anti-fascist, I mean, hey, the nice agency, no matter what they do, they're nice.
All right, so District 6, Jefferson Shreve is at 56%. That's it. Okay, yeah, these incumbents are
56, you say.
good lord. They're not doing too good for the House. So if this translates, like theoretically, these state senators should go down, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. Are we gonna get a new Supreme Court justice soon? I think Alito's gonna retire soon, but we'll see
We're
when.
gonna retire. You better do it before this fucking Senate majority. Or
I don't
for the
fucking know what
Senate
he's doing.
election.
I think that there is one more case with the late arriving ballots. That's
Is
the
he-
last.
is he
I
just-
don't know if y'all saw, but a Real Clear Politics actually has us at winning the House right now.
Yeah, I saw that. You know, I'm gonna laugh when we still win the House this year. Listen, we needed 220 again for the memes. Or no, 222. One of the two. Which
Need
one's
6-7 for the meme.
which one's funnier? 220 or 222?
6-7.
267.
267.
Josh for 2. Trump should rename it to 69. Yeah.
No.
69 agents.
6, 7.
Okay. Yeah, so I think what's gonna happen with Alito is there is a couple more cases outstanding. There's the big one. There's two ones. One is the RNC suing to be able to like actually spend money more efficiently. That's a big one. That's a big one for this year. That's why I think they're holding on spending right now because they're waiting on the Supreme Court. It's FEC versus I think RNC or something. And basically that would allow the RNC to actually spend money with campaigns, like working together with them. That's a big one. And the other one is late arriving ballots, which you all know who benefits from late arriving ballots, right? I wonder
Yeah.
who. President Gilbert getting up for 5. Tyrone, our 8'7" black man, works for nice. Quote, I'm not a nice guy. I'm Battlefield.
I'm real big in black. Don't worry.
Gosh, I'm Battlefield for 5. Do you see Black Pill? Do you see Black Pill people want his Armenian guy to replace Fine, even though he has 3 dual citizenships? I'm not gonna even talk about that. I think it's a meme, but
That shit is so funny because Randy Fine has been better than I could even hope for. Like I thought, like my even my most optimistic belief about a guy whose only real policy belief is Israel, like on domestic policy, he is fucking golden.
Dude,
Yeah.
look, if you could not have convinced me that the diehard Jewish Zionist from Florida, who was the former CEO of a gambling company, would be further to the right
Wait,
than
what?
literally anybody.
Fu-
You didn't know that?
No, I
fucking
didn't.
self-funded. Yeah, he's the former CEO of a gambling company,
my
like
gosh.
multi-million, that operate out of Florida, Oklahoma, and Nevada, bro.
I
He's
just find
like-
it funny.
I want you to take like the composite complaint about the worst elements of the Republican Party right now: Judaizing, gambling, the casino, everyone moving to fucking Florida. Literally every like stupid fucking thing you could come up with. This motherfucker embodies it, and he is still somehow more to the right than any of his fucking his fucking critics.
Well-
It's so fucking funny to me.
Yeah, well, it's fucking hilarious. And the funny thing is, he's the one leading the charge of ban dual citizenship of all fucking people in the House.
Oh yeah, I would just like to say something about the elections real quick.
Thank you.
So Indiana's 6. Everything in right now is early vote. Jefferson Shreve, who was a big opponent of a lot of the Maha stuff, and he also supported gun control when he was running for mayor of Indianapolis. He is only up 10 points in his primary, and this is all early vote. So we could potentially see Jefferson Shreve in Indiana's 6th congressional district get primaried out tonight.
Good.
Good.
All right. The political demon for 5. Brown ran very well on AG, less than any processed foods in, and Shreve's support for repealing permitless carry, hence why Shreve's struggling. Yeah, I don't really know
what
if
states are tonight. Just Ohio and Indiana.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just those two.
Simple
Only
logic
in
for
Ohio
5.
and Indiana.
I can't wait for Vivek to fucking lose the general election.
Simple logic for
He's not
5.
going to lose, but
Okay,
whatever.
I'm about to kick some people already.
Kick
Simple
Luke.
logic for 5. Amex is up in the 6. If he wins, it's over for the Democrats. He's a gay progressive in a rural area, even though Shreve is a carpetbagger. I don't know who that is. K Cup for 2. Tyrone, I'm big and black. Yay, Hawk Tua. Simple logic for 2. Never mind, the chick is up. I have no clue what you're talking about, but thanks for super chat.
I'm big and black.
Okay, Tyrone,
Cocktua.
stop.
Cocktua.
Okay, Tyrone, you're done. I'm about to kick you.
No, you can't do that.
All right.
I work with nice.
Gosh. My clock is inclusive for 2 because most of us Floridians are based. Yeah, but move to other states like North Carolina, please, or Georgia. Please. Like, I get fleeing like New York and Massachusetts, but why is everyone going to Florida? That is actually my honest question. Why is everyone picking just Florida and Texas?
Because
now-
because the average fucking Republican or the average person knows that Texas and Florida are strong and growing and they're big, and so there's going to be opportunities there.
I
That's
guess.
literally it, bro. That's literally it.
I know, but you would think like even North Carolina, but
I would not move to North Carolina. Look, a lot of these people here. Oh, wait, there's a Democrat in charge of North Carolina? No, I don't want to go there. The Democrats are the fucking crazy people right now, bro.
Democrats are the real racists if you think about it.
yeah, they are.
So true. Democrats are the real racists, and that's why we all need to tune out.
Randy Fine is a legend. Well, the thing with Randy Fine is like, if Randy Fine is actually able to ban dual citizenship, I will laugh hysterically. Of all fucking people.
If
Like-
Randy Fine bans dual citizenship, I will say that his Zionism is obnoxious. But he has, and I do think that it was a very stupid stunt he pulled with forcing DeSantis to sign that bill on criticizing anti-Semitism that went literally fucking nowhere.
Yeah, that was stupid.
He's weird. He's definitely a sketchy character. But if he bans dual citizenship, I will bite my tongue until he does something incredibly dumb.
Really, it's just ignore foreign policy, basically. Outside of that, I don't give a shit. If he's like, he is fucking leading the charge to like ban immigration and stuff. Who gives a shit what his reasons are? This is a big issue with the right. You have somebody here who might single-handedly ban dual citizenship. I don't give a shit for what reason. And by the way, he even included like Israeli citizenship, which is hilarious. A fucking Zionist Jew might be the reason dual citizenship gets banned.
By the way, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I love Hispanics.
But yeah, Randy Fine is certainly a character that
It has been 10 years since that tweet has been posted, bro.
yeah, that's a legendary tweet.
I love Hispanics.
Yeah. Fine is better in Congress. Yeah, Randy Fine's fine. Like, he should not go anywhere else but keep it same in the house. Stay in the house. He would not be a good governor or anything like that. It would be terrible, actually. But I think if he stays in the house, ignores foreign policy, I don't care. I really don't give a shit.
Oh, Indiana 19.
Oh.
It's only 9% in. The incumbent is down by 30 points.
Yeah, I think that race is over.
33% in Adams County reported. He's losing by 29, and then they are tied in Allen, which is Fort Wayne.
American Note for 2. Florida's appealing to boomer cons who hate the winter. That's true. Anthony Williams for 5. Do you guys think Thomas Massie will lose his primary? Seen some polls saying that he's ahead, but a lot of polls are BS. He's fucking done. He's not gonna win that shit.
So we just need to flip 3 incumbents and ensure our guys win 2 other ones?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Cool. So we're definitely gonna have Indiana redistrict by the end of by
28.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
Because they don't take office till next year. But yeah. All right. And again, I know some people are saying like Randy Fine is doing it because like he has to. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I don't fucking care that he has to do it. What I care is that he is doing it. And if he's fucking doing it, then why the fuck are you fucking complaining?
Yeah, it's like if he does something bad, just get rid of him. It's like I don't get like,
dude, straight up Ilhan Omar, like 20 separate fucking House Democrats that aren't even Israelis, not taking into account Israelis. Like straight up 20 different House Democrats would be ineligible to serve in Congress unless they either A, renounce their dual citizenship. Well, actually, that's the only way they would be able to.
Yeah, they have to renounce it.
I mean, I'd bet money they'd probably get grandfathered in, like the Supreme Court or something would throw a fit about it.
I don't know.
Because here's the thing, like the Truman Amendment, the amendment that limited the number of terms, did it specifically exempt him, or was it just read to have exempted him from the?
I'm pretty sure it was read to exempt the current president. I think
like any president who's already been in office.
Yes,
or something like that. Okay,
it was, but that is a good. Like, I don't think it's gonna. It has to impact like Omar. I think what it means is like the next election you're up. That's my guess how they're gonna get around. It's like by the next election you're up. You have to renounce your citizenship. That's the only way that could probably work because president's a little bit different because it's 4 years and it's, yeah. But yeah, I would 100% support.
Bro, our last dual citizenship president was like fucking Martin Van Buren.
Yeah. President Gilbert getting up for 50. What Texas has over Florida is Texas has so many different places over the state to expand. And besides the 4 blue cities here, Florida, it's turning to the red expense of California. Texas is better. Buys Texan here. Please stop coming here. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, stop coming to Texas, please.
American Note for 2. Wasn't Oz called out for having dual citizenship? Well, that's a different story. He actually had an excuse for that. But yeah, he should renounce it.
Yeah, he did renounce it. I think he said he would announce it. He would renounce it if he was elected.
Yeah.
But basically, the reason that he had dual citizenship was to go to Turkey and take care of his either mother or his sister.
It was his mother. His mother had like dementia or something.
Yeah, and he basically said like,
no, Alzheimer's. My bad.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, so
and,
he had a real excuse. Like, I'm not saying I defend it, but it's like he had an excuse. So, I am Battlefield for 5. You guys saw how Brown dissented and how Alito responded. Oh, that was hilarious. You guys see that? How Justice Jackson like dissented. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh, like Alito like talked about her dissent and basically called her a retard. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it was a 1 decision. Yeah, all 8 other justices say, yeah, she's a fucking dumbass. Like what?
I legitimately think that she is moving the court to the right just because of how stupid she is.
Well, because
which, by the way, her election was illegal to begin with. She should not be a Supreme Court justice.
That is a serious, like, there's no way they would ever touch that, but...
Wait, why was her appointment illegal?
Because you read what Biden said. He only picked her because she was black and a woman.
Yeah, but how does that make the appointment illegal? There's like
there's some federal law. You can't like pick based on race and stuff. Technically,
because like his
it's a It's a reinterpretation of Section 2,
Yeah.
which doesn't affect just the it doesn't just affect the House elections. It also affects basically representation on the federal level as a whole.
Yeah. And like you can make an argument that was illegal what he did. Because he literally said, because I want to pick a black woman. And that's about it. American Nerd for 2. Marta Van Buren had dual citizenship. Yeah, it was to
The Netherlands. He was
Yeah.
a Dutch immigrant from New Amsterdam.
yeah.
But even then, by the time he was president, he renounced it because it's like, oh, cool.
I'm
People
president.
need to keep in mind. People need to keep in mind when Martin Van Buren was president, Dutch was still more spoken than English in New York, outside New York City.
That is
Because not a
wild.
lot of people remember this. New York
was Dutch.
was formerly New Amsterdam. Yeah, I'm fucking Dutch, bro.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. When will one of the Obama justices retire? I think their one's going to die soon. It's going to probably be
It's gonna
One
be.
of them is diabetic,
I-
isn't she?
is it
Yeah, it's
Sotomayor?
It's Kagan.
Yeah.
I think Kagan or Soto. I think it's more likely to be Kagan, but I definitely think at the very least, by the end of Vance's first term, one of the liberal Supreme Court justices will end up being replaced on the court.
Yeah.
I also think if fucking Roberts doesn't survive, or if Roberts doesn't survive this term, he will probably be replaced too. What the fuck am I saying? He will be replaced. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
he will,
stupid.
I mean, he may get forced out, but
I mean,
doubt that.
I've gone back, I've read it. There isn't really a clear-cut procedure on forcing sitting Supreme Court justices to abdicate for
you need impeachment.
or
That's not gonna happen.
yeah, but that's the thing. The impeachment process isn't very clearly defined for impeaching a Supreme Court justice. The last time a Supreme Court justice was impeached was like the 1880s, bro.
Yeah, it's very rare. So on Battlefield for 5, Biden America can be defined in many things. Yeah.
America as a
America
nation can
is-
be defined in a single word.
America. No. I could do it. I've listened to the America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. Excuse me.
Paul for 2. What's up with Indiana? Why are you watching this? Because redistricting. It's a big deal for redistricting.
Yeah, they're going after 6 or 7 Indiana
And ironically,
Republicans
it's
in the
seven.
Senate.
We also got to watch the governor's race because there's a really good and a really fucking shitty candidate
In
for
Ohio.
governor.
In Ohio.
No, in Indiana too.
There's no governor primary. Why are you talking
Indiana's governor election was in 2024.
Oh wait, no, fuck. I'm thinking of the other one. My bad.
about? Oh my gosh. Daniel for 5. One downside with independents, I believe, is they won't be a hard line on any issue. And there are very few right-wing independents aside from Perot. Well, that's not really... I hate when people say, well, there's no real right-wing independents. Guys, when you say somebody's an independent, what do you actually mean by that? But when people think independence, you think of moderate on every single issue. When in reality, no, that's horseshit. There's no such thing as moderate on every issue. When you say you're independent or moderate, you just are more right-wing on some issues, more left-wing on others, and that's it. So there are plenty of independents that are right-wing, like immigration, for example, or law and order. But
Yeah, what independent means is you are like 70% of the time with one of the parties, and on the other 30% of the time, you're with the other party
Yeah.
because it's a fucking key thing in your state.
yeah.
But American politics is so polarized that people just expect you to like a really good example would be McCain. McCain was obviously a Republican, but he broke with the party on a number of occasions.
He was
Most
an
famously,
independent.
most famously on Obamacare,
Yeah.
which fucked us over way too hard.
Yeah, people forget about it. If it wasn't for that, 2018 wouldn't have been that big a blue wave. There, I said it. That dumb shit. What was it like? He did it on purpose to fuck you to Trump. That was a
More or
fuck you.
less.
That single vote, Republicans were not winning the midterms. After that, that just killed any chance. Because the American people gave their GOP a chance to reform healthcare, and they fucked it up. Even if the reforms were the best, at least people would have said, oh, you actually got it through at least. You got something done. That dumb shit. Like, did he ever explain why he voted no?
because Obama is his friend, and he would have hated to see someone he spent so much time with and against on the campaign trail losing such an important piece of it. It was spite for Trump. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
it was fucking. "Oh, Trump is a mean person. He made fun of me 10 years ago. Well, at that point, a couple years ago, but Daniel for 2 elected office, I should clarify. Well, there's really no independent elected office, but Commander John for 2. Are the Trump candidates winning? So far, yes. Majority of them are. So Fritz is
The
right for
sooner people understand McCain was one of the worst senators of the modern era, the better.
he was spiteful, he was horrendous. He
He
wasn't
was
even
the average
consistent.
neocon.
Yeah, and the worst part is he wasn't even consistent. He just did anything he could to screw with people. And said it was based on like you talk about principles.
Are we really expecting anything else though from someone who sold out all the troops under his command in Vietnam just so he could have a cushy lifestyle?
Yeah. I mean, and Trump was right what he said. Like, you may not be happy with the words he said, but the implications are, yeah. Prince is writer for 5. There's some shady stuff in Goods District. Both the challengers are Wilson, A. Wilson and B. Wilson. Yeah, there's multiple Wilsons. Jack O'Max for 2. Do you think Thune is forced that off the midterms? No. I think Thune's problem is, again, I think he's just way too nice of a guy. He's a nice guy from what I heard, but he's not a leader. That's what I've heard about that. And when you have people like Mitch McConnell, Tom Tillis still there, like saying, no, we're not voting on this, you kind of have a problem. So, not good. All right, American Order for 10. Trump, after endorsing Vivek, I know Vivek, well, competed against him, and he is something special. He is young, strong, and smart. Vivek is also a very good person who truly loves our country. Well, that's Trump's endorsements. He always says that. Trump always says the most generic stuff. Has he ever said a unique endorsement for anybody?
Vance.
I guess Vance, yeah. He had a pretty, yeah, I would say probably Vance. Paul for 2, I'm Ukrainian, so what do you think of Victoria Spartz? I just think she's a grifter, but I don't think she's as bad as other people. And by the way, Spartz only gets 60% of the vote, by the way. What the hell is going on in Indiana? Why are all these incumbents sucking right now? What the hell? Brain Bear for 2. Hanoi McCain. Thank you. Who is worse rap? McCain or Romney? McCain.
See, the thing is, at least Romney had actually good fucking policy proposals like the healthcare reformation plan.
And like he understood some issues, like with some cultural stuff, but he just sucked on other stuff. That was his problem. McCain
was also a lot of McCain's thing was not McCain. A lot of Romney's
I got the egg.
Also,
Go.
Was also a hint of TDS that basically made him like a lot of people. Like McCain was bad even before Trump came along.
Trump came along,
but Romney was actually pretty decent, and then he kind of just became worse under Trump because it was the whole principle, bullshit.
Yeah. Aaron Rattler for 2. How would 2018, 2020 have gone if ACA was replaced? I don't think it really changes 2020 because the ACA was a 2018 issue, the Obamacare stuff. That was exclusively why Democrats won. I really believe that Democrats were still in the House. That Senate seat in Arizona probably would have stayed Republican. I really believe that. I think the Obamacare stuff fucked Republicans. Because again,
and if a certain somebody had not lost the election in Alabama in 2017, it would have been gone. Because they would have had the votes to get rid of it, even with McCain's posturing.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have got that, but no. Daniel for 5. On a more serious note, what is your personal prediction tonight? How many rhinos do you think will be ousted? State legislative elections are too chaotic to predict, in my opinion.
There's too many. Like the local effect is still real in the state legislature. Yeah. So a candidate can be really shitty and hated by the president, and you can drop millions of dollars on them. But if they're still popular, they're still popular. Like some names are just institutions in the state.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true for any of these people. But like we'll see what happens. Like if this was a House race, I would say a lot of these people would be going down.
Oh yeah. We're seeing the House right now for crying out loud. None of these people got endorsed. None of these have challengers by Trump, and a couple of them may go down. So
great friend.
American Nerd for 2. McCain didn't get wrecked in 08 because of Palin. Yeah, I will still say Palin saved McCain from Republican states. People don't understand that. She saved them in Missouri and Montana and a few others.
And on a completely unrelated note, I couldn't find the revolving red alarm in the emote section, so I went to Eric Doherty's Twitter page and found it instantly for a copy paste.
Eric's a good guy, but yeah, he has to do it for the attention.
Someone's got to fucking pay his bills. And
Yeah.
it's the Goyim on Twitter.
The Goyim. Tristan for 2. Y'all talk about Trump trying to recruit Fetterman. Yeah, so we don't talk about that actually. That's this big story that I don't think people are really taking seriously.
I put my take somewhere else. Please give me a second to pull it up.
I don't think he's gonna switch parties. I think he becomes independent. That's my take.
Let's see. Okay. Basically, so like what I have to say about this whole thing is like, yes, party switches do happen.
Yeah.
Arlen Specter,
Dumbass.
the guy from Vermont that became a Democrat, Richard Shelby in Alabama became a Republican. But okay, party switches happen, and candidates. And here's the thing: a lot of Democrats in the Senate, a lot of Republicans in the Senate, are voting much more conservative and liberal than they actually would if it wasn't for pressure from the party apparatus. There are a lot of Republicans in the House and in the Senate that would not be very conservative if that wasn't the thing. The same is true with people like Fetterman, Manchin, Sinema. These people are more moderate than they put on. And theoretically, if they were to switch parties and they were to have the opposite party apparatus pressuring them, they would become more conservative.
What happened with Jeff Van Drew, for example?
That's what happened with Jeff Van Drew. But here's the thing with Jeff Van Drew. He was already a conservative Democrat. He was pro-gun. He was anti-gay marriage.
Wasn't he pro-Trump back in 2016?
I don't know.
He was one. He was
maybe.
Well, yeah, no, he was.
So Van Drew already had that streak of being socially conservative, or at least socially moderate. And in the Trump era, it became pretty easy for him to just switch parties. And then he became very, very conservative because then he had the other party apparatus pressured on him. I think the only senator that could have possibly gotten away with a genuine party switch was Joe Manchin. Yeah. And even then, I don't know, because Fetterman, at the end of the day, Fetterman is still progressive. He is still economically very progressive. He's still
a 90-10 vote. The only times he breaks with the Democratic Party are immigration, ICE, the ballroom,
border security, ballroom,
and foreign policy.
I think he was against. I think he was in favor of banning artificial meters. It was some weird shit like that. So like he has these policy positions that make him independent, but at the end of the day, he's still a 90-10 vote. Now, his party still hates him for being a 90-10 vote because at the end of the day, that party is a cult.
Yeah. You talk about a cult, I mean, they
You cannot tell me that that Fetterman having a 30% approval rating with Democrats, considering his voting record, is even remotely reasonable. There are Republicans that were voting, like Susan Collins has a better approval rating with conservatives than Fetterman does with Democrats. And that is insane to me.
Yeah. Well, it's because
Lisa Murkowski has a higher Republican favorability than Fetterman has with Democrats.
Yeah, and the thing with Fetterman is like, I do think he would be more conservative if he was Republican, but like, I think what's going to happen is there's going to be one vote that is just so significant that he actually votes in line with the Republicans on that the Democrats basically force him out of the party. That's what I think's going to happen.
I would remind people, if it wasn't for Fetterman, Mark Wayne Mullen would not be DHS secretary.
Yeah, because friggin' Rand Paul's a dumb shit.
Because Rand Paul voted against him because of fucking personal beef.
I can't vote for him because he said something mean to me 10 years ago.
He was mean to me. Oh my God. Get the fuck over yourself, you fucking pussy.
Yeah, but I do think Fetterman's going to switch to independent.
I think he'll be an independent. And he may even caucus with Republicans, but I don't think he will. I think he knows that his approval rating is, and here's the thing. This is another issue. The fact that his approval rating is higher with Republicans than Democrats, despite being a 90-10 Democrat vote, is insane to me. And that's an issue I have with Republicans too. You take this one guy, this ardent progressive on everything except for like immigration and in Iran and Israel and this and that, and he's still a 90-10 vote for everything else that you hate about the Democrat Party. And you go, oh man, I like 50% of Republicans say I approve of this guy.
To be fair though, I think it's because he's one of the few Democrats that's not insane.
Well, that's the reason. That's the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is so far.
Oh yeah,
the
I
Democrat
know.
Party is so far left that you get a Democrat who is like only 90-10 instead of 99-1, and all of a sudden they fucking love the guy because in comparison he seems sane.
Yeah. I'm not even saying like he's a true moderate. He's not. But for Democrat standards, he's a conservative Dem at this point. That's how fucking bad it is. Is there like? I can't believe that somebody like Fetterman's considered like a moderate now. That is a Democrat Party for you. If he's considered a fucking moderate,
Fetterman would have been to the left in fucking. I'm just gonna say, even in the 2020 election, he would have been to the fucking left.
Yeah.
And now he's the fucking moderate. That is how fucking far the Democratic Party has shifted to the left.
But the thing that I've heard is like he's one of the few Democrats you can actually talk to. That's what I've heard before about him. Like you can actually have a sane conversation. The rest of the people apparently they're so upset with him, they refuse to allow him into lunch stuff. They do. That's how like much they hate him in the caucus. They don't want him at the luncheons or whatever. Like seriously.
Dude, they literally did the "you can't sit with us" shit. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, that's what they did. And apparently Fetterman's having better talks with Republicans. Again, become an independent or whatever. And if you actually become a reliable vote on most issues, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. But he's not going to, I don't think. Because he still is progressive.
Could you imagine Fetterman as an independent with Republicans and then the Pennsylvania GOP doesn't run a candidate?
Oh, God.
So the Democratic Party can retain their position and fucking...
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Philip Taylor for 5. Is there an election today? Yes. We're watching it right now. American Nerve for 6. Fetterman would have been better off as an independent who caucuses with Republicans than just join the Republicans outright. I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's a caucus of the GOP. Be an independent. He's going to get kicked out of the caucus eventually. I don't see him lasting. If they're already kicking him out of the fucking lunch shit because of what does he vote on that's so controversial? That's my question.
I think he did not support abolishing ICE. I think that was.
Wow, that is such a far right take. Yeah, he's gonna get kicked out of the caucus. President Gilmer getting up for 5. To quote Trump about Rand Paul, I never said anything about his looks, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter. I love that quote. Yeah, that was in the 2016 debates. He said that. Like he's 75-25 Democrat, needs to be 80-20 Republican. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. Even Jeff Van Drew was like 50-50, I think, right? And then after he joined Republicans, he went 90-10, but I don't know. Fetterman would never vote for the Save America Act. You know, hey, Fetterman, you want to save your career? Help nuke the filibuster. Right, we only need one vote to really do it because freaking McConnell and Tillis are dumb shits.
Honestly, we don't need him to vote for the Save America Act, but we could like. Here's what I'm thinking, right? What you do is you tell Fetterman, we will not run someone against you. We are not going to endorse you, but we won't seriously run someone against you in 28 if you support the Save America Act. If he supports the Save America Act, or not support, if he supports nuking the filibuster and doesn't explicitly oppose us on the Save America Act, we won't run someone against you.
I think it's a fair deal. It's like he doesn't even have to vote for it. He just give it the super process.
And then what you do is you convince a Republican who's not connected to the state party, like an actual outsider, not like anyone connected to the fucking party, to run as a conservative independent or straight up as a Republican, and just don't oppose him running.
Yeah, I think that's what we got to do. Let's see. I'm sure those are the exact conversations Trump is having with him. I hope so, because that I would think like that's a reasonable agreement. Because essentially what's going on is you have 4 dumb shits in the Senate right now. Well, okay, Collins has an excuse. There's really 3 that we have a problem with. McConnell, Tillis, and it's either Cassidy or it's Murkowski, actually. Murkowski. And, well, you gotta find another vote somewhere. I don't know. That would be funny, though. We just get rid of, we get Fetterman to switch parties and yeah. I don't know. I still think he's going to stay independent if he does switch, but we'll see. Fetterman has talked about supporting ending the filibuster last year. I do remember that, yeah. Jacko Maxer 5. I love Biden's party gift Democrat primary starting in South Carolina is great. I'm sure the Democrat based South Carolina would never vote for someone based on race and gender. That's a good point, actually.
Really makes you think.
Well, again, the only reason they picked South Carolina, you know why? The real reason?
Because Joe Biden.
Yeah. But guys, what happened in South Carolina is essentially whoever wins South Carolina's primary wins the nomination. That's been the case for a while. And what's happening, yeah.
With how much effort how much emphasis they put on the Iowa caucus, it doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah. It's South Carolina.
Like New Hampshire and Iowa for Democrats, it doesn't mean anything at this point.
Because it's South Carolina has the demographics you need to win.
That's why
primary.
this is why people also need to keep in mind. That's why the black caucus of the fucking party was so influential during the Biden era, because it was fucking Clyburn who was the fucking, it was fucking Clyburn. Clyburn was the one who went in, and I'm fucking sick of these goddamn bugs. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's the only reason Biden won the nomination. Bernie got fucked again.
Jim Clyburn is the reason that Biden won the nomination. Jim Clyburn is the reason that Kamala Harris won the nomination. It was the blacks. The blacks are the reason, or Jim Clyburn is the reason the black wing of the Democratic Party did so fucking well from 2020 to 2024, because it was Jim Clyburn and the South Carolina Democratic Party, as well as their buddies in the fucking North Carolina and the Georgia Republican Party, who went in, and they were the ones who were, holy fucking shit, I suck at this game. They were the ones who went in and they said, cool, hey, we're going to get Biden the nomination. We're going to make sure that the Obama coalition is as intact as possible. And you need black people for that. So when fucking Clyburn secured the nomination for Biden, cool. You've just secured another 4 years of black representation. And now that they've completely backstabbed their constituency by opening the door for the illegals, it's no fucking wonder Trump got 20% of the vote with black people in 24 or something.
I think so.
15, 20%?
He got I think he got almost 30% of black men, which is good lord.
Are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's just my point in general.
Well, yeah, but now they're now they may get stuck with Kamala Harris because of it. So good luck, guys. You dug your own fucking grave.
Despite Obama being half black, Obama understood that you cannot give the black wing of the party too much power, because at the end of the day, they're ethno-narcissists who are only interested in power for themselves. He sided with the neoliberals and the progressives for a reason. He did not side with the ethnic minorities. He expanded opportunity and for participation to them, but that was not their be-all, end-all participation.
And thank you for bringing that up, by the way. The Obama, he how do you describe it? Like you said, it's God, what
he was inclusionary, but not giving it to them.
Because the problem is you end up with what's happening now. Now they can't redraw any state, basically, like Illinois and New Jersey. They can't do anything.
Let Illinois be redrawn. They won't let all these states go, because they know. I mean, that's just part of it.
Well, they know if they redraw, those districts are fucking gone. They're not going to win those seats. So, I mean, I was talking to Mark from America First since a couple days ago. I think he said basically every single black Democrat in the House is in a majority minority seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
They that's the only way they win.
I think there's one or two, but even then it's there's some majority minority seats that are represented by whites, Democrats.
Yeah, like in Tennessee. Here's the thing. Black Democrats don't really do well outside of black seats, because black Democrats, in terms of at least black Democrat politicians, I'm not going to make too much of generalizations because this is still a YouTube stream, smiley face.
Oh, gosh.
They are so obsessed with, how can I help black people? How can I help people who look and act like me? It has never really been, how can I help America? how can I? It's not even like how can I help Democrats. It is how can I advance the agenda of me and people who look like me. And
I look
because of
like
that,
this and say, it's literally the I look like this and say this caucus.
yeah, I look like this and I say this. That is what it is. It is straight up. How can I advance the agenda of people who look like me? It is like people want to talk about white nationalism, blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, talk about like fucking black nationalism. Black, like the way that black people and black politicians in this country act is absurd. If there were like let's say the opposite was true.
The
and
roles reversed.
like not even that. Like I hate to be the guy that goes, imagine if the roles were reversed.
The
but,
roles
like,
reversed.
here lies conservatism. Wow, imagine if the roles were reversed. Like the idea that like white Republicans that were just completely ethnically obsessed to the point that they weren't even talking about advancing like the Republican agenda, but advancing the agenda of white people. The Republican Party would have been outlawed at this point.
Yeah.
Like there's it's not good.
Well, I mean, we're not even like it's just objectively true. Just listen what James Clyburn talks about. Listen what these other top House Democrats say. Notice what they talk about, and you realize everything that Ye and Tyrone are saying are 100% true. It's not a race; it's just objectively true. It's like, and that's a problem because they know their only voter base, especially in primaries, are black voters.
Yeah, and okay, and that was the point I was making. The reason that black Democrats do not do well outside of black seats is because what are they going to do? How do you appeal to white and Hispanic and
Well,
Asian
I will
Democrats
also say,
when all of your policies are, I don't care about you. I need to advance the agenda of my people.
well, not just that. I would also argue because the funny thing with white progressives is they say they love diversity, but they only vote for white women. It's just, or white progressives, I should say.
Yeah,
No, they definitely only vote for white women too.
Well, yeah, it's white progressive women and white women, white progressives in general.
It's specifically white suburban progressive women who are like they them. Like I said, like we were talking about last week with what I said. I was talking with John Rose and Chris Hines. It's exclusive. It's almost exclusively these fucking crazy ass white suburban liberal women who have they them pronouns or she they pronouns. They're allies. If you know they call themselves intersectionality allies and shit like that. And they have the Ukraine and the Taiwan and the Palestine flag. Actually, no, they don't have the Palestine flag. Sometimes they have the Israeli flag if they're older.
Yeah, and it's like the problem is they only vote for other white progressives. That's the reality of it.
Yeah, so like the whole thing with like racially polarized voting, and this is like I've listened to the Supreme Court case on this several times. The way that like Democrats have used like Section 2, it's like the reason they obsess over it is because as a party they are so racially polarized. White people don't vote for black people and vice versa, and so they go, oh well, like because we're racially polarized, it's like they had a whole argument about it during the Supreme Court case. The Deep South is not racially polarized. Like they're like not even okay. Excuse me. It is racially polarized, but it's not racially polarized in the sense that white people won't vote for black people. It's that white people won't vote for Democrats.
Yeah,
and that black people won't vote for. It's not that black people don't vote for white people, although they do in the primary. That is true. In the primary, they only vote for black people. But that in the general election, it's not that they don't go, oh, this guy's a black, so I don't really care. Or he's white, or I don't really care. It's that he's a Republican or he's a Democrat, so I'm not going to vote for him.
Okay, I got some interesting news out of Vote Hub is reporting something very interesting. So, and again, Vote Hub, they released their model for the House. I'm not going to get into that. That's a disaster. But apparently, the early voting is favoring the incumbents in the primaries, but the election day vote is a fucking bloodbath, apparently.
Okay, 2026 Indiana State Senate 11. The incumbent is losing 50-50 with 58% in of St. Joseph.
Yeah, apparently the election day vote might be plus 50 for the opponents. So
DoorDash.
Yeah.
What should I order off DoorDash?
I don't know. Richard Hedford 2. Any results of the Michigan special election? Special elections, I don't cover that shit. Outside of House races, I really don't. I think it's state Senate.
It's a Harris +1 state Senate seat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
If Republicans pick it up,
I'm gonna laugh.
they will flip. They will tie the state Senate and will require the lieutenant governor to break the tie.
Patriot.
If Republicans have the courage.
Yeah. Daniel for 2. Is Indiana Senate District 39 an open seat? I don't know. I think so. American Note for 2. Will South Carolina redraw their maps or no? We're hearing
No.
conflicting reports on that.
I'm from what I understand, they're not, which is very
Dumbasses.
it's very cringe. It's very soy and Reddit of them.
Avery for 2. Is Clyburn running again? Also, what status in Indiana? Indiana's they're taking fucking forever, but it looks like all these guys are going down. So
Yeah, you should start playing Helldivers again. Smiley
Daniel
face.
for 10. I watched an interesting video about how Democrats are oh good lord. I watched an interesting video about how Democrats are facing a marriage issue and a birthright issue. It could be the reason why they're scrambling to protect the illegals of the country. Well, you're not wrong. Look at there's I forgot which group did a study on this in 24, but it's like
it's an exit poll which basically says the GOP wins married men, unmarried men, and married women. And the reason that Democrats have any power whatsoever is because unmarried women are like 65-35.
Yeah,
Democrat.
67.
Yeah, 67.
And they looked at
Democrat.
they looked at individual counties, and it's like
jokes aside, they literally are like 2/3 Dem.
Yeah,
and that's the only reason the reason that the Democrat Party exists in any capacity in this country is for two groups: black people,
white women.
No, black people and unmarried women.
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
Bullshit. They seem to get along like fucking water and oil without. Okay, I'm not gonna make the absent father joke.
Just stop. But yeah, no, like there was another study though. Like they looked at the county and even precinct results in 2024. Basically, the areas with far higher birth rates on average, they swung heavy to the fucking right, and they've been more Republican for years now. The areas with less birth rates or lower birth rates, they swung more Democrat. And we're already more Democrat in the first place. So I think what's going to happen for Democrats, they need illegal immigrants. They need to give them amnesty. What do they got at this point?
You're telling me now for the first time.
I mean, that's seriously why. If they didn't have a birth rate issue, they would not give a shit about this. But
I was just say, aren't Republicans like having like way fucking more kids? Even when you count the fact that Hispanic and black people have a lot of fucking kids out of wedlock.
Yeah, because white women or white liberal women, on average, don't have a lot of kids. I'm not trying to generalize, but that's what the studies show. I'm not even trying to like say anything about it.
Yeah, facts don't care about your feelings, liberal.
Yeah. Let's see. NBC is the only mainstream media with decent election coverage.
Yo, S1 over here to your left. Come on. There's the LiDAR tower.
Yeah, so that is true about the NBC. I do agree. Kornacki's the only good one. I agree. Only one that actually understands like was talking about. Because most other people like on mainstream media, they're like, what the fuck am I talking about?
My favorite thing is like you rewatch some election night stuff just as like background noise. And like you have these election analysts talking about how this state or this state could be flipping. It's because it's like 10% in.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the artillery.
And Kornacki understands this stuff. He understands that no, it's 10% in, it's freaking nothing. So that's why I like
it's
him.
Nothing because nothing ever happens.
Yeah. Fortunately, these batshit crazy women are not having kids. Yeah, they're having abortions. It sucks, but it's reality. It's reality that like
they're having abortions and they're having their tubes tied and they're raising dogs.
Yeah, it's like it's horrific. That should not be normalized, but we're not going to exaggerate. That's what these people are doing. Remember, did they have like a vasectomy thing at the DNC?
They had a Planned Parenthood had a fucking abortion van at the DNC. Like these people aren't mentally well. They see abortion as like a positive. Like there are people who like I disagree with them, but I can be like, okay, if you see abortion as a medical procedure and it's like it's entirely neutral, like blah blah blah, this and that, whatever.
The issue is that there's people who treat it as a medical procedure, and then there are people who treat it as a fucking secular sacrament, which is a lot of people do.
Yeah, and I've talked to people who are pro-choice, and like a lot of them will just say like, hey, this is not like it's not good. But they believe it's like, it's needed or whatever. But like some of these fucking people.
Necessary evil is what some people see it as. I don't see it as that.
I think it's murder,
that's why you do have to make the distinction between pro-choice and pro-abortion.
Yeah,
those are two different groups.
There's been polling on this. A lot of pro-choicers, they're saying fuck no to like late-term abortion or whatever. They say hell no.
Late-term, like I want to say like, and here's the thing: the reason that the abortion issue is so stupid is because the American people are so stupid. I've talked about this on stream before.
The people are retarded.
I've talked about this on stream before. if you take a poll, right? You ask Americans, do you support an abortion ban after 3 months with exceptions? And it has like 60% of support. And then you ask them, do you support a ban after abortion after 13 weeks or 14 weeks? And all of a sudden it has 40% support.
Yeah.
These people are retarded. They really are. The United States has, like, there are states in this country that have legal abortion up to the point of birth. 9-month late-term abortions for entirely elective reasons.
No. Keep in mind, Maryland wanted to legalize postpartum abortion.
Yeah.
Basically, they wanted to make. There was someone in the Maryland fucking house who, unironically, wanted to make it so that you could have an abortion up to a week after giving birth. So basically, literally, just fucking infanticide.
And by the way,
it was legalized infanticide. And what the rule really was is it wasn't that, like, it didn't explicitly give doctors permission to, like, kill babies that have already been. No. What it did was it completely banned investigating any postpartum death within a week of birth.
That is
If a baby dies within a week for any reason, investigating it and prosecuting it is illegal.
What does that sound like to everybody?
That was what they did.
Yeah.
Like, they tried, they didn't explicitly come out and say post-birth abortion is illegal. You can kill a baby up to a week after birth. But they said, if a baby does die, you can't put any resource into it and you can't prosecute for it.
Well, that's the issue. And the thing is with people like, and this is why Trump was so successful on the issue. He found a way to neutralize it completely. He just brought up the state laws like New York and New Jersey. Remember that debate stage with Harris? And simply even Clinton. That neutralized the issue completely. And these dumb shit pro-life, like, and they're not even activists. I call them they're grifters. They're still they hate Trump.
Trump ended Dobbs, and they hate him for it.
Yeah.
Oh, he had Dobbs. He ended Roe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he ended Roe.
Trump ended Roe.
Indiana State Senate 19, 52% reporting, 58-41, incumbents losing.
Yeah, I think these guys are going down. So, a glitch EV for 2. They love human sacrifice. Well, yeah. Mad Maxer for 5. Trump just posted that he's pausing Operation Freedom. Wait, what?
Surely the chat is not lying to you like
No
they do
way.
every single time.
Well, they've been more reliable lately. I remember a couple years ago it was fucking bad, but
The 2024 election, it was awful.
Oh my gosh, I remember some of that stuff. Breaking, Harris died. Jeez.
Remember when someone actually, hey, real quick, I'm gonna get a big ass fucking baked potato. Should I get beef, chicken, pastor, or barbacoa?
Okay. Yeah, President Trump has announced that Project Freedom has been paused.
Beef.
Beef. Okay, we're gonna get beef.
Can you let him talk, please?
Yeah, Tyrone, this is my stream. Based on the requests of Pakistan and other countries, the tremendous military success we've had during the campaign against the country Iran, and additionally the fact that great progress have made towards a completed final agreement with representatives of Iran, we have mutually agreed that while the blockade will remain in full force in effect, Project Freedom, the movement of ships through the Strait of Hormuz, will be paused for a short period of time to see whether or not the agreement can be finalized and signed. President Donald J. Trump. So nothing burger, basically.
Nothing burger. Yeah, hold the happening sauce.
Damn it!
What's damn it about?
Operation Freedom was paused by Trump, which is the shipping thing. So who knows what's going on?
Wow, you want to know why? Because today was the last day a shipper or a fucking tanker containing oil from the Strait of Hormuz arrived in America. Tomorrow, as of today, there are going to be no more ships coming in from the Strait of Hormuz.
Trust the plan, Tyrone. Trust the fucking plan. This is 70 chess. Oh my gosh. Avery for 5. All those mainstream election analysis are just boomers who don't know how to run tech. Good lord. They don't know how to run the technology they're using. Well, yeah, outside Cornac deals suck. American Nerd for 2.
There's still a realistic chance that 3 incumbents could be at risk going down tonight in Indiana.
We're 20%.
Hey. I'm sending you something on Discord.
American Nerd for 2. I got off stream for a phone call. What the F is going on? I don't know. Simple Logic for 2. Thanks to Super Chats. American Nerd for 2.
Right.
What is Project Freedom? What about Epic Fury? Project Freedom was the shipping thing.
All right, yeah, check your DMs.
Okay, Tyrone.
Thank you.
I've been following the 6th district, and the election day is leaning heavily in favor of the opponent, and it's only a 13 point.
Come on, Brown. Is Brown good on the issues?
Yeah, she's running like someone on my stream did some research. She has like 15 kids. She's like she's a big fan of Maha
Patriot.
because Shreve was a big Republican opponent of the whole Maha like coalition. So she's basically running a campaign very specific on that. And again, Shreve has a Trump endorsement, and Shreve is also pro-gun control, or at least was when he ran for Indianapolis.
No,
mayor.
he's pro-gun because Trump said so.
So yeah, we could see that's if there's going to be an incumbent primary, that would be there. The 4th district, in an ideal world, could have been a primary out, but there's 2 primary opponents, and there's no runoffs in Indiana. So
yeah, we're waiting for more results. But yeah, the incumbents are doing awful tonight in Indiana.
And Sparts, but like, did anyone really expect her to do well? She's like a lazy campaigner. From what I've heard, she does not have good constituent services. Remember how bad she did in the 24 primary as
I
the
remember
incumbent?
that.
She get like 40%. Like,
oh, by the way, the Ohio polls are closing in 15 minutes, so we're gonna see some funny results happen. I just got here. Are we doing okay? Yeah. So right now, 4 of the 5 challengers are winning right now. So that's so far, I would say, a successful night on that front. And again, election day has apparently been leaning more friendly to the challengers. So
More friendly to you can say it's more friendly to Republicans because that's what they are.
yeah, again, we have to say it. I mean, some of these people are just like, weren't they Democrats?
More friendly to patriots.
Yeah. Most of these people will be Democrats, but it's a Republican state. So thoughts on the LA mayor race? Spencer Pratt, vote for him. There, I said it. I think his name's
Vote for Chris Pratt. He's the Mario
not Chris
guy.
Pratt. No, Spencer Pratt.
Vote for
Though
for
if Chris
Spencer.
Pratt did run for office, I would endorse him. He is a strong Christian.
He's a mega patriot.
Yeah, he's a mega patriot. But yeah, no, I think Spencer Pratt is the best candidate in that race. Honestly, there's nothing but shit ones. I think his campaign is phenomenal, but that's my opinion. Daniel for 5. There are 2 women with the last name Wilson running for good seat. That's kind of jarring.
I completely misheard that name.
I said Daniel. Tyron, what the fuck? Daniel for 5. There are 2 women with the last name Wilson running for good seat. That's kind of jarring. Yeah. Spencer Pratt for mayor. Yeah, I agree. Spencer Pratt is the best pick, I think, in LA to fix that city. But he is running as a Republican, kind of independent, but I hope he can win.
Pratt.
Not fuck.
Sorry. Spencer. Look, dude.
Fuck off with Chris Pratt.
Spencer Pratt, Chad Bianco. Those are the people you run if you want to fix LA up.
Yeah. By the way, why is good winning? Well, again, with state legislative races, some incumbents are just stronger than others. So we said this before the stream that I don't assume everyone's gonna go down, but it looks like a couple will be. So we shall see. I can't believe Karen Bass will probably win re-election. I don't think she does. I think she's too hated after the fire stuff. I don't think she's gonna win. That was fucking pure incompetence. He's a registered Republican, but he's running as independent, similar to what Cuomo ran for New York City mayor. Well, I think he's running a good campaign. From everything I've seen, I think he's running a phenomenal campaign. So, Chris Pratt for mayor. Where actually is Chris Pratt from? Anybody know?
Where's Chris Pratt? What?
Where's Chris Pratt actually from?
I think he's from Wisconsin. I'm serious.
No fucking way.
He's from fucking Wisconsin.
Chris
Hey,
Pratt.
Siri. Where is Chris Pratt from originally?
Minnesota.
Was born in Virginia, Minnesota.
He was born in Virginia, Minnesota.
What?
He was
So he is from Virginia, but he's from Minnesota, but he's specifically from Virginia. Just to be clear.
The township of Virginia. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Oh gosh, Minnesota. Oh, apparently, hold up. NBC called the 19th district for Fletch. Okay, that's one incumbent down. Then
Oh
that's one
god damn
down.
it! I just spilt my C4 on my fucking desk.
Oh, gosh, American Nerd for 2. By the way, thoughts of the Odyssey trailer from yesterday? It looks like shit. I have no
I
clue
will
what
be right
Nolan's
back.
doing. Christopher Nolan's shitting the bed. I think looks awful.
Yeah, 6-7.
Spring Bear for 2. Spencer Cox would do better as LA mayor. Well, anybody's fucking better than freaking Karen Bass. Jesus, is just awful. Daniel has joined the channel. Thank you so much, good sir. Yeah, so NBC News called it.
Did you just see John Rose's fucking ping?
No.
No, I didn't. I'm not in it. Oh, could you send me a fucking invite to that server?
You're not in Brutal
on my
America?
own.
Here, I'll
Not on my
put.
own.
Okay, let's see. The Iron Range. Okay, he's from the Iron Range, apparently. Noteworthy.
Here, check streams, check general.
All right.
I can't see that. It says unknown.
Okay, we're guys. We're focused on the.
We're guys. I'd hope we're guys.
Congratulations.
All right, so we're getting more results out of Indiana. So it looks like one's gonna probably hold on. Looks like this good guy. I'm pretty sure there's one that people thought was gonna stay, but would Rick Caruso endorsing Pratt help him? I would think so.
Incredible.
LA has a Republican district attorney that won by 20. Well, yeah, people are just getting sick of the shit of LA. People are just sick of that garbage. My gosh, Indiana, what
I was
the
gonna
hell?
say, you got like the LA DA election. That shit was insane.
Oh, hello, John.
There's a precinct map, and it's beautiful.
John Rose has joined the stream.
Hey, I might pop in and out. I might not be able to stay here permanently, but hi, how's it going?
So-
Hey kid, I literally just joined the server. They fucking got my account. Could you roll me up?
You lost your like Discord account?
No, the fucking
Okay, we're not.
I
Gonna,
said
gosh.
something that they said was hate speech, and I don't have access to my account until tomorrow when my fucking suspension expires.
That's really weird. Anyways, I just saw the tweet from Tyler Boyer that 4 out of 5 of the people we're trying to replace in Indiana are losing.
Yeah, it looks
So-
like 3 of them are kind of screwed right now for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 of them. So yeah,
2 of them.
2 out of the 5 look like they're done. 2 of the other 4 are leading, and there is one that is like the incumbent's winning, but barely.
This is what I just saw. Like, by the way, just to be clear, I'm like technically still doing some work. So
Oh,
like
gosh.
I'll come in and out. But yeah, no, that's what I saw. I saw
Yeah.
really positive results.
Election day has been more favorable to the Republicans. So
Very cool.
yeah. American Nerd for 2. How dare you disrespect Nolan, the last great director? Guys, the Odyssey trailer looked like shit. I don't care what people say.
Oh, that was terrible. By the way, he put fucking quote unquote Elliot Page in charge of a man's role.
Gosh, no, Nolan, don't fuck this. It's Odyssey. How can you fuck this up?
Chris Nolan hasn't made a good movie since The Dark Knight Rises, and even then, The Dark Knight Rises, it was like he has not been able to top The Dark Knight.
Another Republican looks to be holding on. He's at 55%, and the 2 Wilsons are splitting the vote.
Yeah, that's one incumbent I think people think was going to win. So
Yeah. So right now, the only other one who's up is our good friend Greg Walker.
yeah.
Why is he
this-
Greg Walker if he's in a wheelchair?
Oh gosh.
This one's down by 20. This one's down by 17. This one's down by or up by 1. So like everything looks good so far. Besides our good friend Greg Walker. We'll see.
Paul for 2. Why is my lip feeling spicy? I have no clue what you're talking about. Thanks for super chat. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Go see a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises was good. I Will Die on the Hill. Well, Dark Knight Rises wasn't that good.
It was okay. Look, I can recognize The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Rises was not as good as The Dark Knight, but for purely sentimental reasons, it is my favorite of the Nolan trilogy.
Fuck no.
And that is because I grew up on image boards, and Bane posting was a very funny thing back in the day.
I still think overall his best movie is Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. That's my.
I
opinion.
agree. I just fucking said I agree, you troglodyte. I also just said it's my favorite for sentimental reasons.
I know. But yeah, I think The Dark Knight's his best film. I know Oppenheimer people like. I liked Oppenheimer too.
Oppenheimer was. You know what? I forgot he did Oppenheimer. Yeah, Oppenheimer was good. It was nowhere near as good as the Dark Knight trilogy, but it was still pretty good.
I think Oppenheimer's look back more fondly because the movies that came out around it sucked. So.
Well, there's also.
Just letting you know, Travis Holdman has been projected to lose by OSC.
Yay! That's one down.
Yay.
Kornacki is saying that Greg Walker's done. Good. Yeah, Interstellar is good. Yeah, but here's what I'll say about Interstellar. Again, I think it's overrated as a film.
I did not care for Interstellar.
I think it's a good movie, but like you could say a movie's good but not like it. Like I think Interstellar is a great movie. I just was not the biggest fan of it. Just that's my honest take on it.
I mean, I also admittedly really liked Oppenheimer because I'm a very big fan of Cillian Murphy, and that's not just because Peaky Blinders is a good show. He was an all-around solid actor.
Yeah, but just the thing with Oppenheimer is, I think the movie was overrated because outside of Oppenheimer, what other movie came out that year or the year after that was like good?
Barbenheimer and Napoleon, which were also Barbenheimer. Fuck, Barbie,
Napoleon?
which
What?
Napoleon, fucking Ridley Scott's Napoleon with Joaquin Phoenix. That was fucking ass.
That was awful.
It was a terrible movie. I thought you said which movies came out in general, not
that were actually good.
None.
Yeah,
I mean Barbie was serviceable.
But it's like actually good. Like, and that's why I think Oppenheimer's look back so fondly, and I think people are realizing that just those couple of years, like 21 to 24, the movies just sucked.
It's because they went woke. Movies went woke.
Well, yeah. All right. American Order for 6. Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, and Oppenheimer are 3 of my favorite Nolan movies aside from the Dark Knight trilogy. Tenet was confusing. Tenet sucked.
Wait, done who?
Dunkirk.
Yo, hold up. We are Charlie Dunkirk.
Shut up.
We are Dunkirk.
I Battlefield for 2, Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, Top Gun Maverick was fun. I liked it. But like, when you think of Top Gun Maverick, I don't think it was as good as people think it is. Rap criticizing Interstellar. No, I think Interstellar is a great movie. I just didn't enjoy it.
Okay, so I'm gonna out myself here. I actually completely agree. Maverick was good, but a lot of people say Maverick is better than it is because it's a fucking nostalgia film.
Yeah,
I know I know a lot more people who think it was a good film that watched it. The people who praise Maverick as much more than it deserves is because they were out when the original Top Gun came out.
Yeah.
The people who I know, I had never seen the original Top Gun. In fact, I watched the original Top Gun after Maverick, believe it or not. And I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good, but
it's one of those movies I like. I love Top Gun Maverick. I just don't think it's the best movie ever.
It's just a thing where you had to be a product of the times to get it, I guess.
Well, yeah, like people understand. Like, I think a movie can be like good, but not enjoy it, and vice versa. I can enjoy a movie, but I could say like, hey, this is not like a masterpiece or whatever.
I enjoy bad movies. I am a big fan of the hit 1992 film Axum by Michael Mafume.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Who, by the way, is the he's the grandson of one of the longest sitting House members, fucking Nkumbe Mufume. He's one of the Maryland guys.
Yeah, well, honestly, I enjoy like most Nicolas Cage movies, even the bad ones. But it's like you can say like a movie's bad, but enjoy it. And that's what I hate about like the current discourse. It's like not every movie has to be a cinematic masterpiece. But people,
I'll fucking say it. The Amazing Spider-Man was a terrible fucking movie.
Yeah,
but I fucking love it. You know what else is a terrible movie that I love?
What?
A lot of people say Rogue One was a terrible movie, and I'm like, fuck no.
Fuck no. Movie.
Rogue One is the second best thing Disney Star Wars has ever done.
I agree. And like I think when it comes to Disney. I think Rogue One is like their magnum opus for movies.
Which is really fucking sad because that was like one of the first things that they did.
But the thing
Which,
is,
by
like,
the way, I don't know if you're following the rumors right now.
I heard they're canning the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, no, they're going to. The rumor is that they're going to use Ahsoka and kill Ahsoka off in the World Between Worlds to change the timeline. And please, God, skin Dave Filoni. Please, I'm so sick of Dan Filoni's fingerprints all over the Disney Star Wars verse. I love the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I love.
But that man should have stopped being involved at Rebels.
Yeah, after he was good in Clone Wars and Mandalorian, which I still think that was their guy. What's his fucking name? Mandalorian.
John Favreau.
Yeah, Favreau. I think that was more of him, but it's like
Favreau should have been given control of Disney Star Wars. He
understood. He understood live action stuff better. He understood what to do. Hell, he directed the first Iron Man movie, the best one, the good one. So
yeah, they sidelined him in the MCU and in Star Wars because he was too good at his job.
Yeah. All right. Let's couple more super chats catch up to.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we went on our little.
No, I love talking like
I'm talking to the stream.
Yeah. Let's see here. K-Cup for 5. Hot take. The bat suit of Batman Begins looks better as a bat suit as opposed to the one in the Dark Knight. Also, honest thoughts of the Batman. I love the I love the Batman, but I don't think it's good as the Dark Knight. That's all I'll say.
You mean Batman Begins? Oh no, the 2022 one.
21. Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal Batman film. I just don't think it's better than Dark Knight. That's my take. But yeah, I think a bat suit looks great at Batman Begins. But I love the Dark Knight one. It's fucking like everybody knows about it. No one pisses around with the Dark Knight the bat suit. So BB for 2, who is the Walt sympathizer Rhino? I think he's not even running. I don't know who you're talking about. Conservative Millennial for 5, top Nolan films, Insomnia, Prestige, and Inception. They're good, but I love Dark Knight the best. American Nerd
I don't really consider the Dark Knight films to be comic book movies as much as they are actual films that just have Batman.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They're actual movies that have Batman in it. Because comic book, same thing with like the Man of Steel. I don't consider that a comic book film, but I fucking love that film. So, American Nerd for 6. My friend says George Lucas would have been good director for the Odyssey. What do you think of that?
No,
Lucas is his movies outside of Star Wars are not up to par. So, average sewer gator for 2. I think we can all agree the new Animal Farm sucks. I didn't watch it.
I haven't watched it and I don't care to watch it.
What the fuck is Angel Films doing? Where they're called? Aaron Rattler for 5. Disney canon the Clone Wars was a greater sin than the sequel trilogy. Just look at some of the arcs they were going to do. Yeah.
I'm going to say it. The Clone Wars was not even that good of a show. I love the Clone Wars. It's very integral to my childhood, but they did a lot of shit that fucked up the lore. And I say this as someone who actually goes out of his way to defend the fucking inhibitors.
Yeah.
But that's like a whole ass different stream.
Yeah, I have my own I have my own take on that stuff, but no, I love the Clone. I'm not going to bash the Clone Wars. But yeah, there are some
all I will really say is that if people want my opinion on the Clone Wars or really just Disney Star Wars in general, the YouTube channel Sheev Talks does a very good job at articulating a lot of things. I actually wholeheartedly agree with him on certain things. Like the Kenobi series is straight up the worst single piece of Star Wars Disney media ever created. It was terrible. And I remember you used to fucking defend that shit, bro. It's Kenobi.
Yeah, well, I watched it again. I realized there's like one or two good scenes. The rest is just bad. Wow, it's as if you give them the show no budget. What do you think is gonna freaking happen?
And then you make a fucking black woman the protagonist when the main character, if you will. She's not even the protagonist.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2, best Batman actor, animated or live action. Animated Kevin Conroy, but live action.
I grew up on. I grew up heavily on Justice League United and the animated DC films. I'm very, very biased.
Yeah.
To animated Batman.
Yeah, For live action, I love Ben Affleck. I think he got fucked over, but I'll defend him. I don't care.
Ben Affleck was a hilarious Daredevil.
Gosh, shut up. Oh gosh.
Wake me up, it's a wake up. Wake
Uh,
me up, and save me.
Thank you. American Nerd for 2. Will y'all watch Coyote versus Acme? Yeah, it's coming out finally. I heard about that. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna say Kevin Conroy is the GOAT. But for live action, I love Ben Affleck. I think he's a better Bruce Wayne. I think he's a perfect Bruce Wayne, but best Batman.
I think Robert Pattinson is actually the perfect Bruce Wayne. I think Robert Pattinson, the perfect Bruce Wayne. He's the most accurate comic Bruce Wayne. But I would say the best Batman, when he's not randomly fucking killing people, is Ben Affleck.
Why? He doesn't kill anybody. He puts them in
Ben
comas.
Affleck. Ben Affleck would be an amazing especially Justice League Batman. If we had Justice League Batman for the DC cinematic universe, we wouldn't be having these fucking problems.
Yeah. But yeah, I love Ben Affleck. I just I love it. I love the interpretation from Snyder. I know people fucking hate it, but I have I have a sick pleasure in the Snyderverse stuff. But yeah,
He's a sick man. He's a sick man. He enjoys terrible films.
hey, I'll defend Man of Steel and Batman v Superman the extended cut. I'll
Okay,
defend that
you know
shit.
what? You know what? Honestly, man, like, God forbid me, I think Cosmonaut Variety Hour has a really good point on why people didn't mind Man of Steel as much, because holy shit, the original Superman movies were not that good, nor did they portray Superman in a particularly good
Nope.
light.
No, people, listen, I love Christopher Reeve, but some of the stuff they did were not that good. But T Dreads for 65. George's other films are American Graffiti, and he wrote the Indiana Jones films. Look, there's only one filmmaker he cares about mythology. It's him. Well, yeah, no, I don't disagree. George Lucas, like, when he gives a shit about something, it's fucking amazing. But I just, you need somebody else directing, I think, like you did with Empire Strikes Back. So, K Cup for 2. What do you guys think about Absolute Batman? I think it's a cool idea, but they better not make that the permanent Batman or whatever. I'll be fucking pissed. Seriously, when the fucking Joker looks like that, like, fuck that. You know what I'm talking about, Tyrone?
Yeah, no, I know what you're fucking talking about. Ohio is closed.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ohio polls are closed.
We got results in a Stark County. Vivek Ramaswamy, 84%.
Oh, he's gonna underperform like a motherfucker.
84%.
So who the fuck is gonna? Oh my! I swear to God, if Casey fucking Beer Hall Putsch overperforms,
He's at 16% right now. That's not that good, but because you're always getting some people to vote like against the Trump candidates. So, American Nerd for 2. Thoughts of the Burn and Batman movies? Love them. Fucking love them. Don't care what people say. I think it's a great. Those are great movies. That's my opinion. They created they set the foundation for modern superhero films. So, gosh, the older Batman movies were good movies. Well, yeah, I agree. NBC just called it for Ramaswamy. Wow, guys, you shocked by this? Ramaswamy, what? My gosh.
amazing.
Wow.
The Ohio Republican Party is going to lose the gubernatorial race to a COVID lockdown czar because they're fucking obsessed with running a fucking Indian.
Okay. Oh, Mahoning County, according to NBC News, is in 87%. Hoking, 82%. Okay, yeah, Ramaswamy's gonna fucking. This is gonna be a blowout. Well, that's the first meme done with. T Dreads was 27. Is Revenge of the Sith more fitting for Odyssey? Lol. Well, Revenge of the Sith is just good. So,
No, Revenge of the Sith is the definition of a mediocre movie.
I'm gonna beat you with a stick.
I don't care. I'd like to see you try and catch up to me.
Gosh. Daniel for 5. Which Batman actor do you like the most? Keaton, Bale, or Pattinson?
Keenan.
Keaton, yeah. I love Bale's Bruce Wayne. I will say he's best Bruce Wayne, but because I want to see more from Pattinson in the sequel if it ever comes out. What the hell is James Gunn doing over there? Some shit. K Comfort 2. My opinion, Spider-Man 2 is the best superhero movie. Oh, it's up there. I still gotta say Dark Knight. Well, again, Dark Knight's a weird one because it's not really a comic book film, though. It kind of is. So I don't know. GOP turnout is terrible in Ohio. Well, guys, was there a single competitive primary in Ohio tonight?
No. That's what I'm aware, at least.
There's a couple House seats, but it's just doesn't really matter. But yeah, so we're getting results, and yeah, freaking Ramaswamy is just gonna clean house. Not a surprise. Ramaswamy destroyed the Republican ticket. I'm never voting for him. Well, we'll see how the turnout is. It's still very early. I can't really say much yet. That is concerning because Stark County. Oh, that might be a problem. Wait a minute. Oh, we might have a problem here.
What?
Wait. Okay, the Stark County that's like in, and it's very early. It voted for it voted for Trump by 22 points back in 2024. Okay, Trump won it by 22 points as 180,000 votes total. Right now, according to the New York Times, Democrats are outvoting Republicans in Stark County. That's not good.
Oh, of course, my fucking DoorDash order arrives as soon as I fucking try to extract.
I know.
Yeah, that is not. Ooh, that might not be good. Hold on here. Let's do the math here. Yeah, that's horrific turnout. I know it's a primary, but yeah, there's some red flags here. If that holds. Yikes. Hopefully that's a fluke.
Give me a second.
All right. Yeah, we're waiting for more results. Lean D, Ohio in November. I want to wait for the full turnout because, again, it's one county, 10% versus 18%. So we'll see. We'll see how other places are. Yeah, I should have left Yost on the ticket. I agree. And to be fair, though, there might not even be I think there's no competitive house race here, but I don't know. Hopefully it's a fluke. Surely it is.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, we're getting more results, and yeah. There is some concerning elements here. Great. How wonderful. If turnout's low, but all the bad incumbents lost, isn't that a good thing? Well, again, it's not just Indiana. It's like the Ohio primary. So. And by the way, it's looking like we're going to pull away with the state legislative victories in Indiana. Davis is pulling ahead of Indiana 41st. 21st, that looks like Powell's going to win. Rogers falling behind. Looks like only one of the incumbents going to hold on in Indiana.
Which is fine because we only need 3, not all of them.
Yeah. Or whatever it is. Yeah, so Indiana so far did its job by the looks of it. And the incumbents shat the bed. Hopefully a couple go down. But it does look like it. District 13 Republican primary is a mess. Oh yeah, it is. But that's not really a competitive state. Well, it kind of is, but yeah, right here. Ohio 13th. That is the Democrat leaning seat they made for no reason. Not good. It's only 3% in. Great day for Indiana, red flakes for Ohio. Oh, I agree. Yeah, again, it's very early, so I can't really say that just yet. But hopefully turnout increases. Hopefully it's just a fluke in one county. Decision desk already called for Vivek. Oh yeah, Ramaswamy's got it. Was anyone actually predicting Ramaswamy was going to lose? Seriously. I don't think a single person actually thought that was the case.
Not as far as I'm aware. No, I don't think that was ever the case.
Bears might have. Well, now Bears say we'll lose in South Carolina because of Lindsey Graham.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah, you still here? I don't think he's here. Daniel for 5. Buck, Walker, Rogers are looking likely to lose their seats. Each district is reporting at least 33%. And yeah, it looks like a lot of going down in Indiana. So again, we just need like 3 or 4 to go down and say it's a successful night. But now it's, hey, if you get 5 or 6 out, I'll take it.
7.
Yeah. But yeah, remember when Ramaswamy was supposed to lose? And again, I think this is a shit race. I don't care, honestly. But yeah, Ramaswamy is winning by a big margin. I would not even consider this an overperformance. So, or underperformance, I should say. Now, I wish Yost would have stated, hey, why I still don't get why Trump made him run for governor, Ramaswamy. Why? Like, you could have made him run for a random House seat and pick freaking Yost or the other guy, Sprague. But no, you had to go with Ramaswamy. Oh, we got another cold race. Hold on here. Out of Indiana. Yeah. So one of the incumbents will hold on. Greg Good, by the looks of it, will hold on in Indiana 38. So that is going to be one of the L's tonight, it looks like. But the other ones, good luck. Not looking too good for the incumbents outside of that race.
Again, we only need to win like 3 of the incumbent races.
Yeah. Daniel for 2. The names I listed sounds like a band name. Yeah. So yeah, so far 1 for 1, but again, if we just get 4 out of 3.
Rap, check state Senate 1.
Why?
Check the first one. Check the first state district in Indiana.
I swear to God, if his name is Kirk or something.
What about it?
Look at it.
I'm not seeing anything.
For Indiana State Senate 1?
There's nothing there. 0 for me.
For me, the incumbent is losing 75-25.
Holy shit!
With 45% reporting.
Okay, well, it's looked like we're having a good night in Indiana. If we're getting 5 out of 2 for sure at this rate, maybe 6 out of 1. Great. Yeah, people are saying 1 is a bloodbath now. Holy shit. How many do we have to flip the incumbents in Indiana? It's like there's so many can flip this year, and it looks like a lot of them are going down anyways. And then you got 2028, and the rest go down. So
the land of Mike Pence, everybody.
Yeah. Indiana did its fucking job tonight, the looks of it. Yeah, I love the fact that we all thought it was just like a Kirk name or something. Like his name was Kirk, that's why we wanted to look at it. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from Indiana 1. So
Well, who are you using?
New York Times and NBC. That's what I'm using.
Who
right
are
now.
you using?
Thank you.
Yay.
He's dead. Decision desk, he said. Well, I can't really use that. I'm refreshing everybody. It's not doing anything. MAGA's dead, guys. Yeah, I love the fact that MAGA's dead, yet they're going to primary all the anti-MAGA people. Wow, guys. Tyrone, did you know that MAGA's dead? Did you know
So
that?
true.
Guys,
Oh, that's
mad.
amazing. That's Greg Bavino calling someone a chud.
Oh gosh, what? Seriously?
Yeah, look at the general channel of the server.
Oh god. Oh, Indiana first is called. Okay, that's 2-for-1 now, or 2-to-1 right now. Good. Yeah, I'm not. The New York Times, I think, just derped out. So that's not good. Maybe for 5. Republicans were not going to turn out for the uncontested primaries. I did not even know about Ohio or Indiana primaries. A lot of early vote in Ohio is Democrat. That's true. Ohio was kind of weird how they count votes, so I understand that, but still. That's not good. Not good. Yeah, Ramaswamy is demolishing this guy. Franklin, he's up by 77 points. Good lord. So much for that race. Oh, we got another called race. District 21 has just been called.
Good
So
or bad?
now 3-1. We just won 3 primaries in Indiana.
Oh, so we've just won a majority enough to redistrict.
Well,
before
I
the
think
28.
I think it's like 4 or 5 we have to get technically, but it's kind of weird because there's so many incumbents that are retired and some that are gone anyways. I don't know. Yeah, right now it is looking like a very good night in Indiana. And there's still a chance some Republicans in the House go down. Still very early because it looks like Sparks is doing bad, Bard's doing bad, they're all doing bad. And New York Times is not updating the House race or governor race for whatever reason. NBC though is, and yeah, this shit's over. I mean, Ramaswamy is getting 90% in some counties. I think he has the GOP base, everybody. Oh, there's some that he doesn't. Sandusky, 20% for him. Ready to find my book. There is enough votes left for the incumbents in election day trends to stay blood red. Yeah, that's what I figured. So,
All right, I'm back.
yeah, John, it looks like we're going to go 6-1 tonight in Indiana.
The fact Casey Putsch got that high. Oh well, that was just a single county. Okay. Yeah, no.
14% he's getting.
14%. That just speaks to like what Vivek has done to vilify a chunk of the base. In like a normal election, a clown like Casey Putsch, and I say that as someone who like had hope he was a good guy, and then like after like learning like a couple of basic things about him, I was like, oh crap. Yeah, no, a clown like this should be polling at like 1-2%, like a fraction of a percent. Him polling at 11-14%, that is all Vivek.
Yeah.
That is Vivek's pride be keeping him from not saying all the things that you're not supposed to say. Like he just keeps over and over again demanding to say stuff like not just like the whole it's so wonderful how America lets everybody violates its citizenship rules. Like not that stuff, but like he even like will go around to Christians and be like, "No, you do not understand. And the Jesus,
Jesus.
that he is not the Son of God. He is a Son of God. He do the bunch of other people. I
Yeah,
like
the
it. I
first
would
they
like to
tell you is
introduce
keep your
you."
mouth shut about religion. If you're not Christian, like, dude, what are you doing?
That is a cardinal rule. Like you Democrats know to do that.
Unless you were Jewish
Like
or
some
Christian,
of
you
the
do
some of the
not talk
most
about religion. The
some of the
Republicans
most despicable Democrats in the field know to shut up about Christianity.
Yeah.
And like it's because in spite of how bad everything's gotten, it is really hard to get elected to Congress without being a Christian, to get elected to the Senate without being a Christian. It's crazy, but that's just the reality of like most of the districts in the country. Regardless of whether people like that or not. I mean, God bless that is the situation, but also, Lord have mercy on all these people pretending to be Christian in Congress. Um, but yeah, no, it's pretty bad. Uh, and like all like literally like Vivek just needed to shut up.
Yeah.
He just needed to shut up. there's so many things that would have like gone better for him and that would probably go better for him in the general if he just learned how to shut up. But no, he has given like endless hours of content for his opposition in Ohio to play for the next half year. And if he loses the race, I think he'll win the race. I don't think he'll do well, but I think he'll win the race. Um, if he loses, it's completely on him. 1,000,
A
10,000%
dumbass.
on him.
I mean, like,
And you're still going to have a lot of people say, well, this is Trump's fault because Trump convinced him to run and convinced David Yost to stay out.
that's why I supported Yost. I was called crazy. I told you, vote for Yost. And yeah, how did that go?
Look, the Republicans in Ohio are increasingly growing a spine. Acton is not really going to do anything, especially because Ohio Republicans are going to have the Ohio Supreme Court on their side.
Yeah, it's getting more partisan, which is funny. So, yeah, I mean,
I'm not too worried about Acton.
but as for Indiana, though,
Ideally, we shouldn't have a Democrat in charge of one of the most Republican states in the country. Or, sorry, one of the most MAGA states in the country.
we do.
But
We might.
it's better than legitimizing whatever the fuck Vivek Ramaswamy is.
I'll say this: vote for every Republican except Ramaswamy. I will not endorse the Democrat, but I'm saying fuck Ramaswamy.
I straight up told all my friends in Ohio to not vote for Ramaswamy.
Like, I'm gonna say this: I wish there's a chance Yost could have won this, but that Yost should have stayed in the race. He should have. Just it's baffling. It sucks. He was forced out.
Trump would have fucking endorsed him if he won the fucking primary.
Well, the issue with what happened is Trump had to force Ramaswamy out after the freaking Christmas stuff. He had to force him out somewhere, and really, Ramaswamy wanted to be an executive somewhere. And he's just like, oh, just put him in Ohio. He can't fuck that up. We're not talking about a Democrat state. It's Ohio. Well, he may fuck it up. So, the political demon for 5. Libs celebrating Indiana GOP and not gerrymandering. He refused a strong black woman her rightful throne. Fuck white supremacist Mervin and his wife's cheekbone. Oh, God. Thanks for super chat.
Thank you, political demon. Very cool.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is Ramaswamy's getting crushed. I don't think he's going to win. The more I think about it, I don't think he's going to.
I don't look. There's a lot of signs that are showing that he's not going to do well. There is a lot
I don't think he's going to do well. We can all agree he's not going to do well.
He's going to, at a bare minimum, underperform severely, and the race is going to be. I think that if he wins, the race is going to be within 3 points. I am legitimately convinced that it is going to be that bad.
Ramaswamy will probably like, and here's like the off effects. Like, even if he salvages this, it will still tell Democrats, oh my gosh, Ohio's weak, and they will flood their money into Ohio and try to make it
Swing state again. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh, swing state. Yeah.
That's why freaking. Oh gosh. Yeah, Ramaswamy won the primary easily, so I think it's clear Ramaswamy has most of the base behind him. I think some of the stuff.
Also important, and I think it's also important to say this: if their takeaway is that Ohio is still a swing state because Ramaswamy is bad, you know who they're going to run against him?
Who?
It's not going to be Sherrod Brown. It's going to be Tim Ryan. They're going to run Tim Ryan against.
Yeah,
him.
he's still there. I mean, he's not that
Tim
old.
Ryan is still there. He's not old. He still has a fucking conscience. He is still sentient.
He's still sentient.
Yeah. They are still like Tim Ryan is still an option, especially because he did technically overperform against Vance.
Technically, there's a strong technicality in that one, but
oh yeah, of course, obviously. Oh, that is a crab squeezing a man's nipples. Ew.
Oh, what the fuck? My clock is.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I have a really important like conversation with chat to have. Hey, chat, can you hear me? Chat.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So chat. No, not you guys. Chat. I want to help you guys win midterms. I think I have the secret sauce, but I'm only going to be able to save the Republican Party if you mail me one of the new Steam controllers. You can privately DM me on Twitter. I'll get you Republicans winning the midterms. You just got to like
That's
mail
real.
me one of the Steam controllers.
Yeah, I saw that you're crashing on Twitter. That's funny.
I was like crashing out because I was literally like I am a good worker. I put in all of my effort. I help people every day. Literally, I had a woman like on her like knees crying and like out of joy, she was like, "You've saved my life." So I feel good about the job I do, but I had the Steam page open on my computer while I was at work. I was trying to spam that freaking button and I could not get through the payment processing. There was some sort of payment processing error. Um,
Oh, they're already scalping it.
That's
I
ridiculous.
they're scalping it for $200, $300,
What was
$400.
the original cost? $80, wasn't it?
$100. It was $100
Okay.
controller. I had the money. I had everything ready, but anybody who didn't put money into their Steam account before they clicked send got a payment processing error. And then I got locked out of being able to try making a purchase because I had been spamming the button and they thought I was a bot.
Bruh.
I was not a bot, by the way. I'm a human being.
Oh yeah, but all the other
Um,
people, they're freaking spamming that shit.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired, and the only way my patriot energy is at its all-time low, and the only way you can fix this is by mailing me the Steam controller.
Gosh. You were saying just use a GameCube Wavebird, like a normal human male. God. My Glock is inclusive for 2. Shaking my fucking head. Come on, guys. Vivek is better than a commie. Well, but the thing is,
Actually, I straight up disagree. I do not think that the implicitly white, I am not going to say white identity, but the pro-white nationalist, economic nationalist, populist nationalist faction of the right-wing party of the United States, the one that is specifically evolved as a counter-reaction to neoliberalism and technocracy and whatnot, should be running the exact fucking thing of that, but as an Indian migrant. I don't think that we should be legitimizing people who 10 years ago would have been a Democrat if not for one or two superficial issues that don't functionally separate them from the rest of the crowd. Vivek Ramaswamy is a fraud. If you've read anything about how his mother and him handled that medical company, it was bullshit. Everything about Vivek Ramaswamy is bullshit. And no, we should not have him be Ohio governor. I straight up think Amy Acton, as awful as she is, would still be better for the health of the Republican Party and America First. And I don't mean, that kind of America First. I mean the actual America First.
Okay. Gustavo G for 2. Who will win the 2026 Rumble primary? Oh yeah, it's between guys. Tucker is having Thomas Massey on. I wonder what they're going to talk about. I wonder what insight they're we having for everybody. I wonder what specific issue Thomas Massey and Tucker Carlson will have. What do you guys think?
Thomas Massey and Tucker Carlson will strip naked on their program.
Okay.
And well, you don't even want me to describe what they'll do?
No. I'm not doing okay right now for 10. Vivek is so damn retarded. I still remember that dumb Texas-themed cowboy outfit he wore. If Acton wins,
that shit still pisses.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
That shit neurotically pisses me off to fucking think about it.
If Acton wins, she'll be a lame duck. Vivek make opposition research on himself easy because he can't so fuck you. He just can't keep his mouth shut. He would probably win easily if he kept his mouth shut. That's what's wild about this. He shut his mouth, and guess what?
It's not like conservative Indians can't win. We have Bobby Jindal, for fuck's sake. But you know what? At least Bobby Jindal was still a fucking Christian.
Yeah. Daniel for 5. Indiana is there's a bloodbath as a car crash in slow motion. Reference to the scout from Team Fortress 2 if you play that game. Oh gosh.
Say goodbye to your kneecaps, Chucklehead.
T-Dreads for 27. Swedish bucks. My XP kind of low. Sakuno Rose. Oh gosh. President Gilmore Gideon for 2. John Rose doing his own Nigerian prince scam. Yeah, he is.
No scam. I am midterm. I do good midterm. Win midterm.
Please stop. I beg of
I
you.
am Professor Akambe Akoyobembembe.
Okay. Man Monk for 2. Ton is my pick for Ohio governor. What the hell is that? What?
Tung, 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 so
Oh gosh, Prince Writer for 2. Tonight does show Massey's a deep shit. Oh, Thomas Massey's he's gonna get fucking rolled over. So maybe for 2, as long as Ohio votes for Houston, Vivek is mad. Yeah, again vote Republican, keep the Supreme Court Republican, keep the state legislature Republican, but fuck Ramaswamy. My current take, he has to prove himself for me to change my mind. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to. You know why?
Because he's a prideful motherfucker.
He
who doesn't
can't
learn from
keep his mouth
mistakes.
shut. Just shut the fuck up about you. I don't think why talk about the Christian thing. Does anybody know why?
He's literally I'm going to encapsulate him perfectly here. He is the quintessential high school Indian debate kid.
Yeah.
He is the quintessential debate kid. Change my fucking mind.
I'll put in my 2 cents with it. You know, it's really hard. You talk to me about these kind of things, and I'm definitely a person when you talk to, I always go, no Democrats ever. Why do you want to be enslaved? Why do you want to be killed? Why do you want all these horrible things to happen to you that the Democrats have not only like expressed their desire to do, but promised in terms of like James Carville, in terms of like what was his name, Graham Plattner, in terms of like a bunch of these people. Like a lot of these people just like straight up are telling you, hey, I want to see like your children bleed out on the floor. And like, no, it's like, why would you ever want that person in charge? My problem and my despairful thought with Vivek Ramaswamy, and you can tell me I'm gay for feeling despairful about it. It's just like everything that he says makes me think. Well, number one, he has contempt towards the heart of the country. He has contempt towards America, and the reason that that bothers me is because of how much he preaches about the Constitution, how
Yeah.
he's willing to LARP it as hard as possible. Wear the America jacket, wear the American hat, wear all the goofy clothing, do every single like surface level patriotic thing. He's willing to go the whole 9 yards to make you think he is patriotic, but when you actually ask him about things that matter, I feel nothing but his contempt for my mode of existence, and that is just, I don't think anything good will come of it. It's hard for me. I'm sorry, Ohio.
Yeah.
I just can't endorse a guy like that.
Let's see. My clock is
It's important to state we are not endorsing Amy
We're not
Acton.
endorsing
I'm
the
not
Democrat.
gonna.
We're
Yeah.
not.
I'm just
And
saying I don't
fuck
support.
Amy Acton.
Yeah.
We're not endorsing Amy Acton. I'm not even trying to tell Ohioans what to do, because I feel like I should still be telling them to vote Republican because obviously I don't want Ohioans enslaved to retards. But it's just one of those things. I feel like how much will I regret when they do vote in Vivek, like by a 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 margin, when they actually do win just barely, and then he just starts trying to, I don't know, do to Ohio what they were doing to Texas, do to Ohio, but worse. Like turn Ohio into this like completely vague, completely cultureless, like space. Like I just, everything I think about when I think about like what Vivek wants Ohio to be is like the opposite of what I want anything to be, and that's why I just, I don't want that guilt on me when he actually
Okay.
does damage Ohio, I guess is what I'm saying.
My clock is inclusive for 5. I'm Hispanic American. I'm pro White Lives Matter the max. They built America, but we need to admit the reality of our demographics. Okay, yeah, but here's the issue. What's the difference between Ramaswamy and Usha Vance?
Whitest Groiper, by the way.
Shush. Okay, but like seriously, what's the difference between Usha Vance and Ramaswamy? What's the difference?
Usha Vance is submitted to American culture through the merit of her being married and staying quiet about her issues. She's not yapping her mouth about her internal religious problems. She's not yapping her mouth about how everybody just needs to embrace what she does. No, actually, she married an atheist then Catholic man, Appalachian man, takes his children to Catholic church as he requests, does everything and manages the house according to his will. That is the difference. That is the difference between Usha Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy, is that Usha Vance has submitted herself to the dominant American culture, and Vivek has not. Now, like, am I saying, like, again, and notice how I'm not like saying that she just has to like, tomorrow or in a year have to like instantly convert to Christianity, or like start having barbecues as if she's like some random Southerner.
Or wearing a
Like,
Texas flag, a Texas hats.
I'm
I
not
don't want those
asking.
people LARPing as Americans.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Vivek does. Vivek fucking LARPs while it's an ingenuine, it's a disingenuous LARP, whereas Usha is just she's genuine about, yeah, I'm like second gen, and I'm really not into all of the whole American things, but you know what? I love my hubby, and I'll just do what he says.
And
Okay,
I'm okay with my kids doing it.
that is night and fucking day
Yeah,
from
and,
what
and you
Vivek
tell
is
she,
doing.
and again, it takes a while to assimilate, of course, but like she is more so assimilated and trying to assimilate, or like she is more in line with stuff than
She is
Ramaswamy.
trying. She is she's intellectualized. She is pushing. Vivek is trying to pretend everything he thinks is actually what America thinks. He's trying to project himself onto American idealism, and he refuses. Usha acknowledges the gap. He refuses to and pretends we're the same, and that is wrong.
I will say one thing, and this is an anecdote from I think it was whenever Vance was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
You.
They were at some dinner with like some because he was in venture capital. Excuse me, he was in venture capital, so he would always meet these big CEOs, and he was like at a dinner with like the CEO of like a hotel chain, and he openly complained to the whole table that he didn't like Trump because he had to start paying American citizens livable wages instead of paying illegals under the table. And
Vivek did said that?
no. It was a CEO of a hotel company.
Oh, okay.
He
My
said
bad.
that to the table, and it was Ushav who actually was like, what do you mean? Like you don't like Trump because you have to pay citizens instead of illegals? So like, and here's the thing: she clerked for a Supreme Court justice, a conservative Supreme Court justice. So like, Usha Vance isn't like there are a lot of spouses of conservatives who are liberal, and she actually is like relatively assimilated, like is still in favor of paying American citizens, is not in favor of mass migration. And that's like the most you can ever ask for out of a second gen immigrant. Outside of just being like,
Let me tell you my perception. This is my perception and mixed speculation on Usha Vance. I believe Usha Vance is an Indian. She is not an American. She is an American citizen on paper who is married to an American and building an American family. And Usha Vance, this is the difference. This is Usha is like my fiance. She loves America. She loves a man from America, and she loves the person that he became
Get on the
because
fucking
he's
bird. Let's go.
American.
God.
Sorry,
He
come on, Vic.
she in some way, either through her husband or in general, actually loves America, and she wants to be a part of it. Vivek wants to mold America to his idealism. Fuck that. And that's
Yeah.
that it is actually the difference between love and contempt. Vivek has contempt towards us. Usha, either through Vance or through something
Stop
else,
whining, Rap.
loves what we're doing here.
I'm not even saying anything, people. It's just everybody else saying it. Man,
Okay, can you guys stop dooming about Vivek for 1 second? I'm not
Oh
talking
God,
about
we're not
Ohio.
doing this again.
Look, I'm telling you, no, I'm telling you, we've got some news out of Indiana. District 6 just had a big vote dump. 61% now,
Oh
and Jefferson
shit!
Shreve is only up by 6
Shreve may
points.
actually go down. Wait a minute here.
Yes.
This is one of the guys who's supposed to be like one of the rhinos we got
Yeah, he
last
is.
year.
Oh shit, he may actually go down. He's only up by 6 points, and election day's
No
getting
one
Republican.
talked about this race at all either.
I should state, by the way, too, briefly back in Ohio, as someone who lives in Ohio, I did not vote in the primaries.
Patriot. Man Milk for 2. Can I read these super chats, please? Gramdolf Plitner will make America air. Oh gosh. There's super chat. I'm Battlefield for 2. She actually assimilated. Yeah, I agree. Well,
Yeah.
that's what she did. She assimilated. And that's why I defend Usha all the time. Like I don't get into debates about this, but it's like I don't have a fucking issue with her. I don't get why people do. It's just fucking stupid.
Until she turns on her own husband, I'm not going to have a problem with her.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that Stutzman's at 67% right
Shut
now.
up.
I mean,
Shut up.
I didn't even intend for that joke either.
Oh my gosh.
So you
Come
didn't vote in the
on.
primaries at all, or you just not vote in the gubernatorial?
I didn't vote in the primary at all
Why?
L.
because I'm away at college and it didn't work out for me that I'd be able to vote in Ohio because
Yeah,
I don't go to college in
Okay, this is
Ohio.
very weird. So turnout in Indiana for the GOP looks fucking amazing from the looks of it. If I'm doing the math correctly, it looks fucking amazing. It's just
Only
the
in Ohio.
Only
Only
in
in
Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio's fucking
Mm.
up though. That's what I'm looking at right now. So yeah,
Perked up in Ohio.
there's a chance.
Kirked up white boy with a
Gosh.
little bit of swag.
Okay, so
Well,
if Jefferson Shreve goes down, that's a huge fucking win. Huge win there. That's a shit Republican down.
was it expected that his race was going to be this
No.
close?
Nobody thought people thought I heard some people say like it might get closer than expected. Not he might actually go down. He may actually lose. Let's see the other ones. Victoria Sparks only up by 18 points. It's pathetic. Jim Barnes.
I don't recall
59.
that she did very well in her last
No, she
primary
didn't.
though either.
My gosh, the incumbents all suck. Let's see. Speaking
in
of
my Indiana.
Speaking of Masters, I wish he moved to some random safe R seat in a different state so we could have him in the house. Yeah, but I don't know when he's gonna go back to politics for a while. It sucks.
He needs to stay out of it for a while. Like you can't. You need to let
Mhm.
need to let your image
Hold
reset.
up, we have breaking news. We have breaking news.
What?
According to CNN, White House border czar Tom Homan brushed off on Tuesday critics when Donald Trump, within Donald Trump's face, who said the administration is not deporting enough people, while vowing to flood the zone. He said, quote, the mass deportation promise will happen. For the people out there saying President Trump's getting weak on mass migration, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're keyboard warrior.
Is that Tom Homan said that?
Yes.
Patriot. Yeah. Listen,
You said you ain't seen shit yet. This will be a good.
And I'll say this: I do have a theory, and I want to hear what you guys think about this. For what's going on with the deportations. I think part of the reason they have slowed down the last couple months is they had change of leadership with Mullen from Noam. That's a big change. But I also think the big reason is a shutdown. I know technically it does not impact ICE and ICE and Border Patrol technically, but guys, the rest of DHS was unfunded. And I believe that includes all the staffers behind the scenes, right?
Yes, DHS, ICE, like, I'm pretty sure it was like non-sworn ICE detail also weren't being paid.
That's the issue. That's why I think they had to slow down because like they don't got enough fucking money.
Okay, here I wanna elaborate on something. I mentioned this in a couple servers I'm in. I'm pretty sure I said this to Ye before, but I want to mention something important. As you are all aware, Greg Bavino is going out and endorsing all of these Trump naysayers like Laura Loomer, Anthony Sabatini, the other motherfucker, I forget his name, the one in Florida.
Dan Bilzerian.
Blitzerian.
I don't think he's endorsed him yet, but please don't.
Yeah.
Please fucking don't.
When Greg Bavino says, where are the mass deportations? People need to understand he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You want to know why he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about? Because in October, it was Corey Lewandowski who convinced Kristi Noem to create an artificially bullshit role, Commander-at-Large of Border Patrol, where he actually didn't know. But fun fact, Border Patrol doesn't deport people. They catch people at the border. It is up to ICE enforcement and removal operations to actually deport people. He would not know that those kinds of mass deportations are happening, and the reason he was made Commander-at-Large of Border Patrol is because Corey Lewandowski and Kristi Noem were attempting to actively sidestep Miller, Trump, Vance, and Homan on the issue. And when what happened with ICE happened in Minneapolis, Trump was made aware of the situation because Bovino got too fucking cocky. That's why he got dismissed, and that is why Bovino is now anti-Trump. It's because he got caught in a fucking scandal with Noam and Lewandowski within the Department of Homeland Security.
I've heard
Tom
about
Homan
this.
is back in control, and now Kristi Noem is working on Project Shield of the Americas, where she's not even in the DHS building. Her ability to access the DHS has been restricted. So when you see guys like Greg Bavino and Corey Lewandowski going out there and talking about there are no mass deportations happening. At the best, they were passively hindering it because they were attempting to use their factionalist advantage to step over Trump and Homan's toes so they could control DHS, because Kristi Noem absolutely tried to undermine Trump, and I was
Yeah.
against Kristi Noem from the fucking beginning.
Yeah, and I'll tell this
Have
for
I not
everybody.
been?
And let me explain like the what the original plan with DHS, and this is still the current setup. The whole point of DHS secretary, that's supposed to be the fucking front guy, the guy that's supposed to take all the heat but doesn't actually do anything. At least in terms of deportations.
Kristi Noem was
Okay.
hired to be a fucking pretty face. To be the face of deportations. She was not meant to actually have any power. She was not meant to make any decisions.
It was supposed to be Miller and Homan.
She was meant to hold press conferences because Stephen Miller is, for all intents and purposes, the actual secretary of DHS.
And then Corey Lewandowski, who, for those who are aware, has been a consistent fucking issue and a parasite within MAGA since.
How the fuck is he still there?
I don't fucking know.
How?
But Corey Lewandowski, for those who are unaware, was having a sex affair with Kristi Noem at the same time her husband was cheating on her. So Corey Lewandowski was laying pipe on that fucking 5 out of 10 mid-ass bitch from South Dakota.
Okay.
And he used that to try and get control of DHS. And when Trump fucking caught on, he whisked him away. He whisked Noem away. And then that whole debate, that whole scandal, like, that is the real reason Trump got rid of Noem.
Yeah,
Trump got rid of Noem because she was actively attempting to subvert Trump's efforts. If you will remember, it was Bovino, it was Lewandowski, it was Noem, it was everyone involved with Noem's faction that said, we're only going to target the violent offenders. It was specifically Homan and Miller and Trump who were saying, we're going to target the fucking offenders.
Well, notice that you actually looked up. The wording was different. Like, yes, Homan and Trump, and then they were saying we're gonna focus on the violent ones first. But they always kept saying we're targeting everybody. Just the violent ones are the ones we're going after, like, as our main targets right now.
Yeah, the way Homan was talking about this is very interesting because, yeah, he was completely correct. He said, we are focusing our resources and we are specifically putting our resources into the most dangerous ones first. The murderers, the rapists, the coyotes, the drug traffickers. Those are the ones that a lot of the resources we're going into. But, and this is a big but, and this is a big change from what happened under... Shut the fuck up. This was a big change under Biden. This was a big change from under Biden. Under Biden, if they caught an illegal alien and he wasn't like a criminal, they would just let him go. They would straight up just say, oh, he's not worth my bed. He's not worth taking up a cot. He's not worth taking up a spot.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, they would have illegal aliens driving cars. There would be illegal aliens driving vehicles. They would arrest a guy out of the passenger seat and let the driver, who is an illegal alien, keep going.
That's the difference.
That is what Biden was doing. And Homan changed that because now, yes, the resources are going into targeting the worst of the worst, at least for now. But once they arrest somebody, if in that operation they also detained a bunch of other illegals, it doesn't matter if their only crime was a visa overstay or if their only crime was illegally crossing. You're still going into custody. You're still going into a facility, and you're still going home.
Yeah, you're gonna get in front of a yes-man judge for Trump now because they fire all the shitty judges. Oh my gosh, you guys hear they fire all the judges now?
Yeah, no, they're doing that because immigration judges are technically civil. They're a separate thing from judicial, like federal judges.
Just fire
so
everybody.
Their power is more limited, but that doesn't really matter because they are the ones that have the power to deport illegals.
Just hire 100,000 of them and get a mobile.
That was what the BBB did.
Yeah,
it hired a lot more immigration judges.
Hire these judges, put them on wheels, and just drag them into like the field. And ran the spots.
Just straight up. Just like you just need to we do the Punisher, but we just give ICE the ability to adjudicate fucking asylum hearings.
Yes. The Punisher strat. Yeah, they're the judge, jury, and executioner.
Judge, jury, and deportationer. Yeah.
Yeah, not executioner, deportationer.
No, we would never execute illegal aliens. That would be evil, allegedly.
Data for 2. Where's a site that called Indiana District 1? I didn't hear. It was
Decision Desk.
Decision Desk, yeah.
Well, they haven't called it, but it's 45% in, and he's losing 73-25.
We're getting more election day votes. It's looking like it's gonna be 6-1 tonight.
Okay, so far GDHQ has called 1, 2, 3 races
for
And
NBC.
And they're about to call a fourth one, which is 11, because the guy's up 56-44 and it's 95% in. So
Yeah,
like
it's over.
92% in, excuse me.
Uh,
That's 1, 2, 3, 4 are in for sure. We're about to have a fifth, and we might even get a sixth one.
Yeah,
Seven.
no,
Six,
one of the
six,
incumbents did hold
seven.
on, but we get 6 out of 7, and 2 of the
One,
incumbents
maybe-
retired.
Yeah, 1, maybe 2 with
Yeah.
incumbents retiring. Yeah, it's,
Yeah, that's a big win.
This is
We're,
good.
we're cleaning up the Indiana
Well,
GOP.
hey guys, you notice something? The millisecond, like we actually use our money. You notice we actually win. Holy shit! What a surprise!
Okay, well, the whole point of us having money is to just have it. You know, like we don't actually
Yeah,
have to
just
spend
keep
it.
it a bank. Keep it a bank somewhere.
We put like listen. I'm just saying, if we hold the money long enough,
Interest.
it'll just work. It'll just work.
Put
You
it in a
have to
savings
believe me.
account with 1% interest.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to the 7-Eleven. I'm gonna go buy a 30-pack of Michelob Ultra and 3 C4s. I'll be right back.
Riley Moore for 5. I hope Stacey Garrity wins Pennsylvania governor race. Goodbye, Josh Shapiro. Shapiro's gonna win, but his prospects of 28 is done. After the Axios article came out, he's done. He's done in the primary already. T Dreads for 27. Sad how bad sound bites have hurt perception of Donald Trump. Well, notice who are the ones that had the fucked up sound bites of DHS? It was not Tom Homan. It wasn't Miller. It was fucking Noam, Lewandowski, and Bavino. And again, I like Bavino, but he should have never been put in that position. He was never in ICE. He was always Border Patrol, but had to play games, sadly.
Hey guys, sorry I had work late for the first time in months today. But yeah, so I think I predicted before the Indiana primaries that we'd get all of them except maybe one. Is that what's happening
It's
so
looking
far?
like we're getting 6 out of
Yes.
7. So
We're getting 6, 7, haha, but 6 or 7 out
6.
of 8.
It looks like one incumbent already won. It looks like all the others are either lost or they're going to lose.
Yeah.
So
New York
Okay,
Times,
who won,
the New York
John
Times
Mayer?
has
District 38's Greg Good is
that was the one that people thought was going to hold.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, so who's gonna? Is it Good or Niemeyer or Niemeyer?
Which one's the idiot that had the retard child that Trump got offended over?
I don't freaking know. I don't think it was in this race.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I mean, I recall that his seat was actually like fairly democratic or something though too.
So I probably because Indiana has semi-open primaries, I think. So, but yeah, hey guys, you notice how and again, this proves that because Indiana, Ohio, there's a big difference. Indiana had the Turning Point active. They had Trump's Bag of Ink. They were spending a bunch of money in all these state legislative races, not even House races, just state legislative. And notice what happened. MAGA absolutely won tonight in Indiana. Ohio, meanwhile, we didn't spend anything. They didn't spend a dime. No real primaries except for Supreme Court and Treasurer. And there's a couple House races, but really nobody gives a shit about Ohio, honestly. What's the difference? We spent money.
I have a question on Ohio. How much is Casey Push losing by?
He's
So,
losing by like 80 points.
what percentage of the vote is he getting?
84.6 to 15.4.
Jesus.
I'm shocked that Casey Push is getting like 15%.
But to be fair though, like there's always like 10% of voters that like vote against Trump.
True. I do wonder how like a serious candidate against Vivek would have done. Probably like
freaking Yost. You had Yost right there.
Yost would have cracked like 30 to 40% of the vote.
Yeah.
But oh well, we can't have nice things now. We're stuck with Vivek. Hopefully the retards who promoted Casey Push enjoy this.
This was pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I guarantee you 90% of people that voted for him was just because anti-Ramaswamy.
Yeah, I can guarantee. I will bet my own money that if people knew more about Casey Push and they see the name Casey Push as like, oh, he must be the other
generic Republican.
If they actually knew about the shit that he does and says, he would get like 5% of the vote at most, maybe like 2%. He's that bad.
I'm Battlefield for 2. Why can't Tom Homan be both border czar and DHS? He would not get through the Senate because freaking Tom Tillis would block him. So,
do you think it's concerning the Democrats are currently outvoting the Republicans in the gubernatorial?
That is concerning. I brought that up.
Votes?
I did bring that up. I do think though it's because it is the early voting, so that might inflate a little bit. But still, Indiana. Meanwhile, I know it's Indiana, but we're just fucking clobbering them. So,
Yeah, like,
Uh,
I don't think Jefferson Shreve is going to go down, but another county just came. Yeah, 53-47. Looks like he's probably going to hold on by about 5 to 7, somewhere in that range.
6-7.
Five
Yeah,
to seven.
he's only up by 6 points right now. Come on, Brown. Please win.
Yeah, Hancock County just came in. 76% of the vote in. Shreve's up by 6 there.
K Dog for 5. Vivek clearly got more of the vote share than Greg Abbott did in his primary. He's not dead on arrival in the general. Well, I think it's a little bit different comparing the two because with Texas, you had a very competitive Senate primary, and there are a lot of Paxton voters that just don't fucking like Abbott. So that's part of it. Plus, Greg Abbott's been there for a while. When you've been in there for a while, yeah, you start losing support. But
I did not vote for Greg Abbott in the primary. I voted for the other guy. I forget his name. I didn't even vote for him. Like
no, according to some people, according to some people like Barris, Trump should have supported him to stop the never Trump rhinos. These people are jokes. T Dreads for 27. Trump gave up on nativism. Trump never gave up. Well, Trump is just trying to be smart about this. I'm not happy about some of the stuff with immigration enforcement, but I do get the philosophy. It's like, hey, look what happened in Minneapolis. That's fucking why you don't do what Chris and Noam and Bavina were doing. So, but yeah, DHS has noticeably got better lately. You notice they're not in the news anymore? Notice that? I wonder why.
Yeah, it's almost like the agitators who are trying to make a big fucking public spectacle of everything, like Noam and Bavino, are no longer actually in the limelight.
And this is something that I think this pissed a lot of people off. Like the whole fucking
New York Times just called the race in Indiana for 2 more of the challengers who
I've
Trump
seen it.
endorsed.
Yeah, we're having a big night in Indiana. Holy shit. And remember, it's much harder to primary these local incumbents. Much more difficult. So if they're all going down like this, only one's going to hold on. Chance Raising for 5. How does tonight's results prove Massey's dead on arrival? Don't get me wrong. I've said for months he's dead on arrival, but exactly how do these results show that? Because when it comes to like state legislative seats, incumbents tend to hold on no matter what Trump says. It doesn't fucking matter what happens. They hold. And that's because it's more localized. For Massey's seat, though, that's much more nationalized. Everyone knows who Thomas Massey is. They're spending way more money there. They have a big ground operation going on there. That's why I think he's screwed. If there was, and this proves Trump's endorsement is still very strong. This proves that, hey, his endorsement's still a sway. You just got to utilize it correctly, but most of the time you can use it. So, who do you endorse for Oklahoma governor primary? I can look more into it. I know there's a couple of really shit candidates, but I don't really know. Barris is a Democrat. Well, according to the Barris guys, you guys hear South Carolina's going Democrats? You guys hear?
No.
Just
yeah, no, I remember Barris saying that South Carolina's lean Democrat if Lindsey Graham.
No, he did not allege it. He didn't just allege it. He just said today, oh, half of the primary voters are going to vote against Lindsey Graham.
He said 28% of Republican voters are not going to vote.
Excuse me,
28% primary.
Yeah. Which I don't like Lindsey Graham. I really don't. But like I don't believe that. I could see the race getting below 10, but I can't see Graham losing.
I am Battlefield for 5. Do you guys see these polls probably paid by Fishback? That Fishback beat a Jolly in the Florida governor election. Those polls are horse shit.
Yeah, I don't believe this. It was like what everybody pointed out that like Fishbox percentage went up by like 30 points when he entered the race, and then it turns out that like I think someone affiliated with him like bought a bunch of like Fishbox stock or something in Poly Market or something.
Well, and this is something we got to talk about because I can finally confirm this. The America First Insight, the House forecast will be live I think next week. So I know it's a little bit late, but we were winning redistricting and I was busy with stuff. But here's what I'll say about you guys see the Vote Hub stuff? Their forecast. You guys hear about that? What they're doing?
What are they doing?
They're using the betting markets as like a third of the forecast. I'm not even joking. Does no one see the
That's
issue with that?
That's amazing. Okay, wait, you said who's doing this? Sorry.
This is Vote Hub.
Vote Hub.
This is a fucking real organization.
Oh yeah, I know Vote Hub because I saw someone made a tweet because they said that they said 3 seats in Indiana were up for contestation, and they said, "Hey, is it a bad thing if my poll has a self-feedback loop?"
Well, here's the thing, because here's the thing with some of these betting mark odds. Some that are claiming Paul Gosar only has an 80% chance of winning. Paul fucking Gosar in a Trump plus 50 seat. You know why? Because some of these markets had like 5 people betting. So basically, theoretically, some nutcase could buy a bunch of Kelsey bets across the board and inflate the betting markets. That's what's going on right now, by the way.
For those who are unaware, this is exactly why you should ban political betting.
I'm starting to warm up to the idea of banning political betting.
Hey man, I've been telling you this since fucking last November.
Political betting, I think, should be banned. You should not be allowed to say that this could influence elections, for crying out loud. Because guess what?
That's exactly what the Ann Seltzer poll was about.
The purposely pumping the horse shit. And I'm trying to, and America First Since I had a good tweet on this. These people like Barnes and Barris and others, they don't give a shit about being correct. You know what they care about? Getting the best odds
money.
And making money. You know how? They get the best odds possible. So they pump the horse shit. And I guarantee you, come October, they're going to magically bet yes on Republicans winning. Just watch. They're going to just magically flip because they fudge up the markets just enough. They push enough bullshit. People are convinced it's going to be the biggest blue tsunami in history, and people lose their ass. That's what's going to happen. It's like, guys, you should not have a forecast with betting markets as a main part of the weight. Can you imagine for a second, like some person bets that Paul Gosar is going to lose, and that single-handedly flips the market? And that means he's going to lose the forecast?
I wish I was better at using these betting markets, but Kalshi won't even allow me to make an account. But yeah, I could have made so much money, man. Well, I could have made so much money.
It's just wild. Again, I'm not against these markets, but at some point there's got to be restrictions on it, especially political ones. I think when you get to political betting, I think that's way too much.
I agree. There should be restrictions if I lose money, but not if I make money.
That's real. I mean, you should ban old gambling, but obviously election gambling is level of retardation beyond conventional gambling. Because this could influence, like, sports gambling, no one gives a shit about. You know why? Because, okay, that might impact, like, some sports stuff. What does that really impact in the grand scheme of things? Like betting on the World Series or the Super Bowl. What does that change in the grand scheme of things? Nothing.
Virtually nothing.
But you bet, and America First Since I brought up a good point. A political party or a group, could have a magical surge in the betting market by betting 40,000 on themselves or whatever it is. And they can use that as free advertising. And suddenly they're magically surging across the board. Artificial bullshit. You're not talking about a random sports event that impacts something. You're talking about the potential future of this country or your state being impacted by a betting market. Builder shot for 5. That is voting like you're betting a betting market. If you treat your vote as a bet rather than a voice, then you shouldn't be voting. Yeah. And again, you know, some people start like betting on a candidate to lose and they vote against them to further make money. It's just gonna get fucking insane. It's a betting manipulation. Kelsey literally has D plus 5 seats being more likely to win than R plus 15. It's wild.
Well, I recall there's some like really sketchy stuff with like Kalshi's creators and the media. I don't know the full extent, but I just know there's some very sketchy things.
I want to be clear, like I don't think it's Kelsey itself, but I just think you should not use Kelsey as your main point of like what's gonna happen politically or whatever, like your political advice. DW for 10. Ohio voted to help Rama scammy The only reason I voted for Putsch is in the hopes that he gets enough votes to make the Ohio GOP think twice before putting somebody like Vivek up again. Yeah, I could see that, but Thornton for 5. Are you going to issue a formal apology to Barris on November 3rd? He's been right more than you have. Just saying. Look at what he said.
Yeah. Bait used to be believable.
Right about what? When is the last time Barris was right about anything?
Okay, I was wrong in 22. He was wrong, more wrong than I was. I don't want to hear it.
Bait used to be.
And by the
believable.
way, remember, he is okay. So you're saying that me saying like Ohio was like lean Republican is much more unrealistic than him saying lean Democrat in South Carolina.
I don't care. The anonymous donator has convinced me. Get out your apology letter.
Yeah. But like seriously, like, okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And even though I still predict Democrats win. So it's like, how am I being wrong if I'm
you're
saying
wrong by virtue of being Polish?
Oh gosh, but like if I'm saying Democrats win, okay, Democrats win. He's banking on the largest blue wave, not just in modern history, potentially ever. That's what he's alleging at this point.
I think every single person in this call has Democrats winning the House right now.
Yeah, I do right now.
Even if okay, VRA gets overturned, Virginia, gets denied, we get all the seats. I still think it's going to be very difficult for us to hold on to the House, right?
Yeah.
So
I have us losing the House, except if Republicans go ham on the VRA and redistricting, which they are currently not.
Dumb shits.
I'm not sure if you guys care, but Casey Pooch just passed 30% in Adams County.
Sad.
Casey Pooch. It's Pooch.
Prince Writer for 2. Also wrong when Kelshi sponsors political creators. Yeah, I think that's completely wrong. And these people don't disclose it. Which, again, there's a lot of people magically pumping the betting markets. And they have to clarify that they're sponsored. But they don't. So, funny how that works.
You're going to have so many corruption cases open right now against these people.
Expand the Senate majority. Well, yeah, again, if Republicans win Ohio and Democrats lose South Carolina, I don't get how there's a blue tsunami, but that's just my take. We'll see. All right. And again, like, I'm not even denying Bears can be right. His point in the past has been correct. I get that. But at some point, you look at what he's pushing out at this point, I think he's full of shit. I just think you look at the Eternals, there's something wrong with the polling. That's my take on it. And I'm wrong, I'll admit that. Like I did it after 2022. But we'll see, I guess. All right. So I think that's kind of it for tonight. That's kind of the main elections. So yeah, we are going to have 6 of the 7 House seats in Indiana are flipping.
7.
Shut up. And
hey, you walked into that.
Yeah, we're having a really good night tonight for Indiana. Ohio, though, not so good. Republicans did not perform good at all. Anything on Michigan? I'll just check Michigan real quick. There's 1% in, and it's nothing. Okay, so I think that's kind of it, everybody. It was kind of a nice result out of Indiana. I like the results we're getting, but Ohio, not so much. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, hold on. I'm Battlefield for 5. All could be solved if Thune wasn't a retard to pass Save America Act. Well, you guys see that New Mexico would be right if the Save America Act passed. That's an official study. So, okay, everybody. We shall see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at. Godspeed to all of you.